You're not going to come and join?
We're live.
We are live.
Yeah.
Wow, and it's so bright in here. How do we fix this a little bit? Oh, that's better, I think. Well, now it's dark on this side. See, I don't like this. What is this? What's this called? StreamYard?
Yeah, you don't like it?
It's because it's backwards. When I look at...
It's always backwards.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it
is. Is it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I just don't realize.
But then I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't come out backwards to the people that are watching, though.
Okay, but we have people here.
What's going on, everybody?
All right. Rodney Harris, Tracy Chafin, James Fife, what's going on? Indrek, Red Ryder, George Bonnie. What's happening, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? Mitten Made Muscle, the Dirty Knobs.
Are you tired?
I'm wiped out.
What's up, Joe K? Mikey Man 102.
Oh man, so we had the open house yesterday. It was awesome. It went beyond our expectations. We figured like 3 people were going to show up, and somebody's going to like drag a metal garbage can along and call it their car. No, this was great. We had people come from. Where'd they come from? They come from everywhere. Everywhere.
Pennsylvania, Philadelphia.
Yeah, we had Florida man come up. We had
Minnesota.
Minnesota Bear. What the hell was his name? Joe from Minnesota wins the event. He won the event. Okay, this guy, I'm his biggest fan. He came down here, but I was his. He was right, but no, he's my hero. This kid drives. He gets in his '79 Pontiac Bonneville. Right, he lives up in the wilderness of Minnesota. Near the border, near Canada, right? Canadistan. He's all the way up there. He wants to come. It's over 1,000 miles. He gets in his car. He gets about 200 miles into the journey, and he hits a black bear. Okay, black bear tears up the front of his car, blows the grill out of it, creases the fender. Right? What does he do? He keeps going. He shows up yesterday. Like, no big deal. You know what I mean? It's just, okay, yeah, I made it. I drove 1,000 miles. I hit a bear. I'm here. Can I have a hamburger? Like, bro, you won the event. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look at his picture. We have pictures in his car.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I mean, he was just one of them. We were blown away. Uncle Crystal, Ultra Kathy, and I, we were all blown away by the people that were there. Everybody who came, thank you so much. Awesome. You have no idea.
Appreciate it.
Right. I mean,
like the fact that you guys traveled as far as you did is astounding.
Yeah. You guys really, thank you. And we got gifts. Listen, seriously, I'm terrible with names. And you have to understand, I met like 200 people yesterday that I've never met before. So like names are terrible. But I had a couple come from St. Louis. They brought me a gift of vintage Carter carburetor. She had there was a relative, and the relative died, and they were cleaning out the basement, and he worked for Carter, and he had all of these. So it's like I got Carter carburetor trinkets for weeks, right? Just boxes of the stuff. So, anybody needs an accelerator pump? Come see me.
Here's Joe in his car.
Yeah, here's Joe in his car.
And you.
And me. Yep.
With no grill.
It had a pristine grill. So, yeah, man, what an amazing event.
Here, you can see the damage better in this one.
Oh, yeah, here's the damage a little bit better.
Anybody have a grill for that car?
Yeah. Don and Wendy English, we got a package from you guys.
Yes, we did.
Yes. Okay, so come over here. Where are you?
I'm right here.
Yeah, but why are you all the way over there?
I don't know.
Come here.
I can do the comment thing.
You can do the comment thing from here.
Nice?
They want to see you. They love Ultra Kathy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boxes?
Yeah, get the boxes.
Okay. Is Benjamin C here yet?
I don't know. Is Benjamin C here yet? Hey, John Wilburn, what's going on?
We got packages.
Let's see. Yeah, they're here.
They're here?
Yeah.
Okay, so which one do you want to open first?
Well, let's open theirs. But is Benjamin here?
We have to wait for Benjamin.
Well, we'll open Benjamin's
Second?
when he gets here. Yeah.
Okay, here. You
Okay.
do the
We're gonna do.
opening honors.
Okay.
What's that knife? Careful, don't break anything inside.
Don't
Watch.
Ah.
Yeah, jeez,
Okay.
Tony. You guys are amazing. Send stuff. You're crazy and awesome. There's a note.
Oh, there's a note.
Okay, read the note.
Uncle Kathy and Uncle Tony, wife Wendy was wanting to come to the open house. I wish you guys had made it.
We wish
With the
everybody
Valiant.
did it.
I told so many people brought their cars. Okay. I told her maybe sometime we'll venture the 445 barrel. Wendy wanted to do something nice for Uncle Kathy and you. This is what she came up with. Hope you enjoy.
You guys are so
Crack
sweet.
that open.
Okay. Here.
We had.
This looks like a hard one to open. It's got that flip thing.
Oh, here from this side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Towards you.
Okay. Wait. We could do this.
Okay.
We have the technology.
Is it a cake?
Oh, mugs.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Awesome. Wait. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. There's 3 of them.
Can I open the one from the paper?
Guys, you're awesome. Thank you so much.
That's really sweet. I'm trying to open this one. Aw! Very cool. Very cool. Okay, show the camera.
There's the camera right there.
Well, I can't. I get the boxes on my lap. Oh, take the plastic off.
I will
Those are awesome.
coffee this in the morning. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Don and Wendy. That's awesome.
All right.
We appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Okay, put that back.
It's Dakota timeout.
And hot
Oh,
water
wait.
to the MG.
Benjamin is here. Is Benjamin here?
Oh, I don't know. We have to wait for him though.
Well, I think he is.
Is he?
John Wilburn just mentioned him. There he is. Benjamin C.
Oh,
There he is.
okay.
All right, Ben, we got your package too.
Thank you guys. Okay, here. Hey,
Okay.
Benjamin. Here.
Okay.
Put that down.
I'll put this here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So,
Knife.
knife. Watch it.
Your guitar.
Oh, you guys are awesome.
You guys really don't have to do this. We appreciate it though.
Hello, Uncle Tony and Uncle Kathy. Congrats on a new shop. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wanted to send you guys an appreciation gift for the daily live streams back under lockdown. You guys are great. Keep up the great work. Uncle Kathy is the UTG MVP. She is.
Aw.
Roll up your windows.
Thank you, Benjamin.
Slide over here. Why are you?
Hey, well,
You're
I'm
way
here.
the hell over there. You're in another time zone.
I'm here.
Oh,
Okay.
this goes in the office for sure.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Did you make that? Did Benjamin make that?
I don't know. Nice. We got stickers for Plan
Awesome.
Z. Excellent.
Really cool.
And that car's going to get painted sometime in May. So these will go on it.
Oh. Maple syrup?
Maple syrup. Go make me pancakes.
That's not nice. Don't order me around to make you pancakes.
Oh, and you got
Candy.
candy.
I love candy. Thank
Oh,
you,
you
so
guys are-
much, Benjamin.
thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Don and Wendy. Thank you, guys. You guys are really sweet. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
These are awesome. Excellent.
We don't deserve friends like
No, we
this.
really don't. We don't
Honestly.
deserve viewers like we have. Like, you guys are really great. Even after meeting you guys yesterday, you're just like awesome people.
You know, that's the truth. Like,
Awesome regular people.
no, seriously. Anybody who wasn't there yesterday, right? It was just the nicest group of the nicest people. Come
Okay,
over
for
here.
sure.
You're way over there.
All right. But
It was-
you can't operate the thing like that.
Yeah, you can. Here,
No, I
lean
can't.
forward. Here.
I can't reach it.
There you go. Look at
I
you.
can't see it.
Look at you. Yeah, it was just the nicest group of the nicest people having the nicest time eating meat. It was amazing.
It was awesome. We had a really good time.
Take a closer look at the logos on the bottle. Wait, I can't. I'm caught on the rug. On the bottle, this one?
Very nice.
Build anything, race everything.
It's beautiful.
Wait, what are we?
What's the matter?
What are we missing? That's a cup.
Yeah, that's a cup.
Wait, is there a bottle in there?
This is a bottle. Right?
No, there's two coffee mugs.
Yeah.
And 2 cups.
Right?
Oh, wait.
What is that?
There's more stuff in here.
Oh.
Care tumbler. I don't know.
It's straws for the cups.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
These are really cool.
Oh, wait.
What?
Uncle Tony's garage. Oh. Uncle Kathy's garage. You got one in there.
Hilarious.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. Give me that. That's mine. That's me. That's awesome. Thank you so much. That's really cool. Hilarious.
James Kaiser says he's sorry he missed yesterday. He was home porting heads. Yeah, no, that's the best excuse I can think of for not making it.
Thank you, guys. That's really awesome, Wendy. Uncle Kathy, go get Uncle Tony a cup of coffee and a coffee mug, please.
Yes, would you?
Yeah, sure, I will. This one, right? This
Yeah.
one? Yeah, okay. You have to say baby.
Baby. Oh, man. Yeah, so like I said, it was just, we had so much fun yesterday. And thank you so much for everybody who came. I mean, distance. Who came from Virginia, who came from Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania. There's somebody came down from Philadelphia, just everywhere. All right, let me see here. Hey, Charlotte, what's going on? Let's see. John, you were fabricating a patch for the Rusty Floor and Rocker panel? Yeah, I'm telling you, man, you would have loved it. Buff came down from Maryland. I mean, seriously, there's a lot of miles covered yesterday. Keith Miles, uh-oh. What is Keith Miles not happy about? Keith, what are you not happy about? Okay. We'll find out what Keith is disgruntled about. Terry Seymour says he'll be here from New Zealand one day. You have another mate in Murfreesboro. Oh, nice. And I got the Antonis brothers came. These are guys that I grew up with on Staten Island. I didn't grow up with them. I met them like I was about 20, and they were like in their late teens. But yeah, it was great seeing them. That was, and you're going to see a lot more stuff from. We'll talk about it later. Ooh, it turns white when it's hot.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
It's really cool. Thank you, guys.
Here, slide over.
Well, I can't see though.
Yes, you can. I can see. You can see.
Don't tell me what I can see and what I can't.
Yeah, time out Dakota, would you?
I can't read it.
Can't read what?
I can't read it.
What can't you read?
I've been too far away.
Oh, jeez.
Because I need new glasses, but we spend all of our money on cars.
Here, switch.
No, it's not.
I'll read. I'll do this and you do that. You sit on that side and I'll do this.
I'm fine.
No, I can see it. Give me that. You sit on this
You
side.
don't know how to do it.
Watch. I'll do it. Watch me do this. Here, switch. Go to that side. Here we go. See, now I can see and they can see you.
All right.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Give me my phone so I can read.
oh, you don't have to read. I read it. I read the questions. I like reading the questions.
What's the point?
I don't know, but you're just this disembodied voice off to the side.
Yeah.
Well, that's no good. Good. The code is in timeout. All is well with the world. Let's see. Harley Hawk. This is Joe. I got 400 miles left. Oh, hey, oh, there he is. Harley. That's our bear guy. Running good and 17, 18 miles per gallon, just filled up. Thanks for the hospitality. Great community. Bro, you made the day. I mean, like everybody contributed to making the day, but you were the cherry on top. You know, you hit a bear. You know, and it's like you hit a bear close to home, and you were like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going. You know, I'm sending this thing, and you came in under 800 miles. I mean, that's. Yeah, he just took it in stride. It's like, you know what? I hit a bear. You know, if I ever go fuel racing again, I'm bringing you with me, brother man. Doug Narden says that Ultra Kathy is much better looking than Tony.
Oh, okay.
That hurts, Doug. That hurts. You know, she pulls pimples out of my face, so I look pretty. Did you know that? But okay, fine. She's better looking. What? Gary White, 86 VW van with a Subaru motor. Any reason this would be a bad idea? I can't see any reason it would be a bad idea at all.
Where are you? Yeah.
I don't even know. I'm over here.
Okay.
Yeah. Don says, don't get Wendy started on picking. She has this device. It's like, okay, it's a device. It's this metal thing, okay? Yeah, and it has like a little hole in the end of it, right? And I'll be sitting like relaxing. I'll light a cigarette, put my feet up, and she comes up to me and she goes with this thing. She stares me in the face with it like 20 times and then runs away.
Well, who's gonna do it? It's because you like get metal in your face. All the time. Just let them know how famous you are.
I wasn't really sure how famous I was.
You're not famous. You had to wear a name tag and everything.
I wore a name tag, yeah. I wanted to make sure that people knew who I was.
Can you do a brief explanation for those who don't know about reversing distance? Still going on.
I'm so sorry I ever brought that up.
No.
For the record, okay, this was a Smokey Yunick thing when he was racing the Hudsons, NASCAR racing the Hudsons. He was turning the pistons around. And then later on, the Chrysler engineers from the Ram Chargers on up talked about, it's right there in the direct connection book, turn the damn pistons around. Larry Shepard, turn the damn pistons around. I did not make this up. You know what I mean? This has a long, long history. Just because you never heard of something or just because you don't understand something doesn't mean that it's not valid. Excuse me. John Wilburn wants to know, what is the most people who ever come looking for you without a warrant?
What?
Hang on, where is he?
What's the what?
I got, okay. What is the most people who have ever come looking for you without a warrant? That's a good question. With a warrant, the New York City warrant squad, I guess maybe like 6 guys.
Most people.
I don't know.
Is yesterday?
Oh, he's saying, is that the most people? Yes.
Yeah.
No, wait. The first meetup that we had was huge. The one we had at the shop. No, this was bigger. Yeah,
They
this
didn't come looking for you. They just wanted to meet.
Yeah.
They didn't care if you were there.
they just wanted to meet, right? Exactly.
Do you miss English Town?
No, not a little bit. I miss English Town. I miss English Town from like like middle '80s. When it was like when it was E Town. It had the little little tower and the old bleachers, and the place just had this incredible vibe. But then, like as the '90s happened, and you know what I mean, and the track got bigger and bigger and bigger, and it just lost it had no mojo. Like the last 20 years it was there. It had no mojo at all. So it was like, you know what? I don't really miss it. It's gone. So in my mind, English Town died when they put up a wall.
Okay, Chad is desperate.
Oh no!
He's trying.
No, Chad, go easy, brother man.
How do you listen to Polynut on Roller Rockers?
How do you listen to Polynut on Roller Rockers? I don't.
His emoji has tears. He's desperate.
Yeah, Chad, I don't understand the question.
Well, that's not helpful. You're gonna make him more desperate.
How do you loosen the Polynut on Roller Rockers? It's got an Allen head in the center, right? Is it a jam screw?
Anthony Muiro says loosen the Allen first.
Yeah.
See, you can't read the questions.
No.
And you can't put them up on the board.
All right, but Chad got answered. Okay. I didn't really understand how he was having a problem with that, but okay.
Benjamin C says, I don't get why people get all bent out of shape over backwards pistons. What does it hurt? Even if it's a placebo, live and let live.
I can tell you for sure it's not a placebo because I've freshened up engines that didn't really need freshening up, but in the process reversed the pistons. And you feel the difference. It's there. It attacks harder when you don't make any. Okay, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't show up on a dyno. You're not changing the engine's breathing characteristics. You're not changing any of that. You're changing its bottom end geometry a little bit. You're giving it the effect of actually having a longer run. But I've freshened up engines that didn't really need to be freshened up. Like, in other words, like you get a motor and it's got a rod knock. So you throw a crank in it, and while you're at it, you got the thing all apart. You throw some rings in it, and at that point, you flip the pistons around. And I could tell you, making no other changes to an engine and only doing that, you feel the difference. It's snappier. It just, as soon as you lay into the gas, she wants to rev. She wants to go. It's a different feel. You don't make any extra power with it. It's the way it makes the power that changes. And that's why people who live and die by the dyno don't understand there's a lot of things that don't change the engine's character. They don't change the engine's ability to make power. That all has to do with volumetric efficiency. How much atmosphere you're getting into the engine, how much of it you're lighting, how much are you sending out, okay? That's your total numbers, right? But how it makes that power, the way it comes on, you know what I'm saying? That's the difference. And when you turn the pistons around, you feel that difference.
Love Brand says I learned a piston flip from a Hemi white paper ram chargers team. Let's see.
Okay. Jason says roadkill guys called me out for a piston pump. Listen, I'm not.
Wasn't that like in October? And then
that was back in October. Yeah, I am not going to get in a pissing contest with a couple of TV guys about something that's just a tradition in Mopar engine building. Or I'm sure a lot of people have done it, but it's an old school tradition. Whether or not they agree with me. Well, I don't know. I don't know if Freiberger would know about it because he likes Mopars, but he's not like a true Mopar guy. But Steve definitely should know this. You know what I'm saying?
Like I would think that they would know it was in the direction connection book because they were around the same time you were reading it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Let's see. Wow.
David Coe is posting. That's Dakota.
Oh.
That's Trump. The day my mama got out of prison.
Oh, he went to pick her up in the rain. Mm-hmm. She got run over by a train. That's Dee Dee. What's happening, man?
What's up, DD? Speech up.
On his 68 satellite, it has. Oh wait, can you highlight that?
That's why I sit on this side.
But you were hiding off on the.
I wasn't because I can't see.
Ah, man.
Where is it?
Right there.
Okay.
Okay.
No, it's the wrong
That's
one.
Papillon Cycles. Who's a good guy?
We'll get to you, Papillon Cycles.
By the way, DD Speech Up, I don't know if any of you guys know this channel or not, but whether you do or not, just go over there and sub and ring the bell and everything. Killer channel.
Scoot over.
We did a couple of hours live with them about a month ago, so you can go back and see it. On your 68 satellite, it has signal indicators on the fender, but no bulbs on the dash, right? Some people on the Mighty Internet say it was an option. Yeah, when they certain years, and the 68 is one of them. If you order the turn signal, the fender mount turn signals, slide over here. But they're looking at the side of your head.
Can't see it.
If you order the fender mount turn signals, they left the bulbs out of the gauge cluster. Right? Don't do that to me.
What?
That's not nice.
What?
You're making the devil thing behind my head. Oh. Okay.
Wait, we didn't get to the guy that we clicked on. All right, do that one.
Brentford, since you have a shop now, do you want to chop the rear mufflers on my Jaguar XK? No, not really.
That's 5 mufflers.
Why do you have 5 mufflers? Is that the way it comes?
That's a lot of mufflers.
That's a lot of mufflers.
Okay, wait. Let's see if where is that? What was it? Papillon Cycles? Hang on. I'm going to try and find it again. Where'd it go? There it is. There it goes. Can you read that? Let's see. You're saying that the piston is being reversed if there's no interference. Issue benefits on a worn assembly because rotating mass has changed.
Well, there are two ways to look. There are 2 ways to look at it. The piston is turned around to reduce the tendency for the engine. You're throwing me off again.
I'm not throwing you off.
Because I look at the screen, I don't see you. I see me sitting all the way on the side. Okay.
Look at the camera light.
It does 2 things. Okay. The first is that they reverse the piston, or I should say they offset the wrist pin to reduce the tendency of the engine to have piston slop when it's cold, which they generally don't have piston slop when they're cold. But that's besides the point. When you turn and it's at the expense of friction. So if you turn it around, there's less friction. You're freeing up some of you're helping the reciprocating assembly move through its paces that much easier. But you're also when you reverse the offset, you're aligning the rod with the direction of crankshaft rotation. So it starts. I can explain this to you.
Why don't you just do a video about it?
I got to do another video about it. All right.
Because the questions are just going to keep coming, right?
I know. I'm tired of this.
Okay. You opened a can of worms.
Yeah.
Apparently.
On second thought, don't ever reverse your pistons. Don't ever turn them around. It's a
it.
bad idea.
No,
It doesn't
it's
work.
Stupid.
They say it on TV. It doesn't work.
Right.
Right. It doesn't work. Don't do it. I was mistaken. I made a mistake. They set me straight. Everybody set me straight. Oh no, man! Jesus, you're over there again.
I'm reading it. I'll come back to the answers and go back to the questions.
There you go. That's good. All right. No, I'm not interested in a boat right now. I can't. Before the shop, yeah, but not now. I'm full. My hands are full. You know, even though it's a bad idea to ever turn the pistons around, don't do it. Don't ever turn those pistons around. But it's funny because even though it's a bad thing to do, I had a customer come in from Virginia yesterday who I built the engine in their car 4 years ago. It's a 360. And they came yesterday. And we actually had the camera on there, and I says, hey, does this thing make piston noise when it's cold? And they were like, no. And I said, start it up. And I've been sitting for a couple hours. And they started up, and I revved it up and let it idle. And It doesn't make any piston noise.
You can
Backwards
hear it on
piston,
video.
and it didn't make any piston noise. And it's been running for 4 years. But you guys are right. Oh, it's hot in here. I gotta open that window.
Okay.
Ugh. Oh, you got me wired to this microphone. I can only go so far.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. I feel like a dog on a leash. We're back. I'm back.
Here's a question.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll slide back so you can answer. Oh, wait, I'm stepping on these.
Don't turn pistons up, but add lean burn and triple EGRs. Oh, that EGR question. From the, but wait, I'm not even going to talk about that now. We have to come Wednesday night, Tech Talk with Dallas. I have a whole universe of EGR stuff to talk about.
Dee, yeah, I do. I do relax on Wednesday nights, but I still watch.
She loofahs.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I'm doing other things, she loofahs.
A loofah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is everyone subscribed to DD Speed Shop? It should be.
And John Wilburn. Don't forget,
Wilburn.
John has his channel. Everybody, and
Everybody
as
has
always,
their channels.
whenever we do a Sunday Night Live, right? Anybody who has a channel that wants to get some views, some eyes on it, right? Feel free, post, tell people, go look at my channel. This is what I'm doing, Tell them about it and get some traffic. You're looking for subs, ask for the subs. This is, knock yourself out.
What is this? I can't see these comments.
What?
No, I'm not.
UT has gout, no doubt.
You don't get it.
Yeah, John Wilbur just put up the link to DD Speed. Where's Fubar? He usually does this stuff.
You might be busy. How many rotations of the crank does it take to roll up your window?
3.5.
Dirty Knobs needs subs. Go check out the Dirty Knobs.
Yes. Very dirty knobs.
Yep, the baby's making noise. Barbecue is nice. Good job on the phone. Yeah, the phone. Look, people complain about the phone. I can't help it in the live stream.
You're all the way over there
I
again.
know. Well, I'm reading.
But I look at myself. I'm standing off to the side. I need a balance. You gotta be in there to balance it out.
So live streaming on the phone really sucks.
It does.
But we're trying to remedy that.
Yeah, one step at a time. We're working on all this
We're
stuff.
working on one thing at a time.
We're developing super technology.
Yeah? You're not blonde, thrash metal, and fun riffs.
Why would he be thrash metal fun? Why would he block? I like that guy.
Blonde. Here you go, Tony.
Piston slap harmful. Now, piston slap is the worst thing that can happen to a human.
It'll break the pistons.
It'll do more than break a piston. It'll give you all sorts. They'll give you fibromyalgia. They give you all of these things. You see those medicines that they advertise all the time, Chantrix and the ones, right, with all the catchy jingles. Well, if you reverse your pistons and you leave them there long enough, you'll end up needing all of those medications and you'll end up with all of those side effects. And God will hate you.
It's very sad.
Okay? No, seriously. It's like the unforgivable sin.
Stop it.
Right? No, seriously, okay? I'm not very religious, but I do know this. You turn those pistons around, you make pistons slap, that's the unforgivable sin. So, yeah. Do you know when the dinosaurs went extinct?
Brent is grilling the rest of that chicken.
Oh, that chicken was great. I had it for, wait a minute, you don't have the rest of that chicken. I have the rest of that chicken.
I bet you there was more chicken.
Was there more chicken?
There's probably more chicken.
No, get out of here. Because we had a bag of it. I just had 4 breasts. Oh, it was delicious.
Let's see.
So, yeah.
There you
Ray Brent's like, just turn up the radio and sing Piston Slap a Mama. Won't you lay those pistons down? No, I'm telling you, if you want to invite demonic forces into your life, right? Allow a situation where there's piston slap. Let's see. John. Blake Gaddis. Tony, you say you don't like changing cam bearings unless you hot tank. I only change them when I hot tank, when I have to have motor hot tank, because you have to change them. What do you look for to know if they're still good or not good if not hot tanking? You can eyeball them, man. You can eyeball them. I tell you what. Here's a telltale. And I never went into this. I should do a video on this. Here's a telltale to know if you want to change those bearings or you want to leave them alone. Okay. So you got the cam out, you got the engine apart, right? And you can see, by looking around, you can see the whole bearing. If you see scuff marks on the bearing, right? So let's just say, okay, so look, here's the bearing, okay? Here's the bearing. So let's just say you're looking at the bearing and you see a scuff mark, like here, let's say like that, right? Or like here, not on the bottom. On the bottom, it just means that it ran oil dry for a couple of seconds or whatever it was. But if you see scuff marks on the cam bearing, any place around the outside of it like this, do not change it, okay? Those scuff marks happened because gradually, over the course of 100,000, 200,000 miles, however long it's been in there, that block shifted. And it shifted so gently and so gradually that the cam bearing wore to that shape, okay? Now, you knock that thing out, you throw another cam bearing in there, the bearing is not going to sit in there round, right? You're asking for trouble. You can, and I've had to do this, where you clearance it. I actually had it, because when I was doing nothing but Hemis, I would have I had a camshaft, junk cam, and I ground notches into the journal. So like here's like the cam bearing journal. Okay, I cut a fang into the bearing journal, so that this into the crankshaft journal, the camshaft journal. So that if by chance I had to change cam bearings on this thing, I would take that cam and I would slowly screw it into the motor, and that would clearance any high spots. But I mean, if you see a scuff mark anywhere but on the bottom of the cam bearing, don't change it. You're asking for trouble.
Is that it?
Yeah.
It's probably bad advice too.
It's the worst advice. Right. Now listen to me. You understand, any advice I give you is bad. And I'm sure that celebrities on TV would definitely agree that whatever advice I give you is bad. Yeah. So let's go with that. You know what I mean? Come to me for bad advice.
Terrence Seymour says, I have a channel under my name. There's some car show videos and videos from my travels around Asia.
Interesting.
I love a shout out. I'll be doing C-Body content soon.
You got it, Terrence.
Go check out Terrence's channel, everybody.
He went around Asia, and he's got a C-Body. Excellent.
That's cool. Very cool. Here, John Dixon has a question.
Okay. John Dixon. Changing the rear end axle fluid on my 71 Satellite with a slant 6. Also changing the trans fluid. It's a 3-speed manual. What brand and weight of gear oil for each? What is recommended? Okay. I use, in all of my Chrysler manual transmissions, I use ATF. I'm not saying that you need, see, here comes bad advice, right? Here comes the bad advice. I'm going to give you bad advice right now. I throw ATF in all of my manual transmissions, all right? They may weep a little bit. So in other words, like, after, let's say 1,000 miles, you look and you'll maybe see a little drop out of the, out of like the reverse, where the reverse, yam sticks through the case, right? And see, I don't care, right? But what I do care about is that you get a little bit better gas mileage. It shifts a little bit easier and smoother, right? Very happy with ATF. And the factory used ATF in all of the A833 overdrives. So it just became a normal thing as years went on. Just look at if you have the owner's manual to the thing, it'll have that in there. If you just Google it, just 71 Satellite specs, and it'll give you all of the stuff. I'm trying to think of the name of the site. There's a site that if just put a 1971 satellite specs, okay, and there's a site, and I can't remember the name of it now, but I reference it pretty frequently, and it gives you like literally everything you would need to know about any car.
Are you sure?
Well, it's a bad site to go to, and it'll probably infest your computer with locusts or
fibromyalgia.
Yeast. You know, that's how you get a yeast infection in your phone. You go to sites like that, you know, where they have car specifications. So again, bad advice.
Right.
Come to me for bad advice.
There you go. Good one.
Richard Pelvin, serious question. Does reversing piston affect balancing? No, not even a little bit. Not even the slightest, tiniest little bit. No. Anybody else need some bad advice? Benjamin C. Yes, Vlad the Impaler used. Who is I consider it to be one of the greatest leaders of all time. Used pikes with reversed pistons. Yes, that's true. John, we just answered that. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That was bad advice. I gave John.
Sorry. You gave him better advice.
I gave him terrible advice.
All right. Pretty sure.
Oh yeah. And honestly, I think most Jewish people back in pre World War II, I believe they all reversed their pistons too. That was another thing. That's how they ended up in the ghettos, and then all of the nasty stuff happened. They were reversing pistons. What?
Oh my God. Project Thunderbird. Oh, he's talking to Straight Six Man. Sorry.
Hey, Straight Six Man, what's going on, brother?
Tony.
Yes.
Could you measure how much torque it takes to rotate an engine with
pistons normally and then flip? Yeah, I guess you could.
Better geometry would still show up that way, right? With the torque.
That's actually a good idea. That's a good idea. I like that, Dan.
Can you take a picture?
Take a picture of this. I remember because I have these giant holes in my memory.
Which is why you give such bad advice.
Which is why I give bad advice, and I'm a bad person.
And you're a bad person.
Yeah.
That nobody likes.
Right. Nobody likes me.
I can't talk about pistons without offending somebody. What's he saying?
Zero. What's happening, brother man?
What's up, Zero? What would be the worst advice?
What would be? So when the locusts, locusts come, then what? Well, what would be the worst advice? I don't know. I'm still working on my catalog of bad, advisories. So
It's good to have so much fun with this.
I'm not having fun. I'm finally coming clean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Big Bear? You coming clean?
I sucked all of these people in.
Did I change my name to Ultra? No, Tony did.
I did. I made the official name change. Yes. You can still call her uncle if you'd like, but going forward, it's Ultra Kathy. Because she has evolved into the highest form of Kathy that I'm aware of.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Uncle Tony gives bad advice. Uncle Tony's a hot rod master.
No, the worst.
The worst.
And so Uncle Tony is the hot rod master from watching him. Sleight of hand. There's a lot of. Yes, I'm a trickster. There's a lot of careful editing that goes into all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like when I go to fire up a motor, it usually takes 3 or 4 days. But what I'll do is I'll wear the same clothes. You know what I mean? Right. And she'll just just leave the thing rolling, and then she edits it all together. Seriously. Just like, okay, so I'm going to adjust the carburetor, let's say, right? I step out of the way, and I have a professional come in that I pay, and he wears a lab coat.
You make his hands really dirty, though. So it looks
Right. We make his hands dirty, and and there's just see the close up of the hand going like this, and then through the magic of editing, you come back and there's me, right?
Yeah.
TV magic or YouTube magic, I should say. James Taylor, put your pistons in upside down. That's the next thing. I was going to go there next. I was going to suggest that people bore a hole in the top of their piston so they could put it in upside down and then drive. Because if you put the pin at the top of the piston instead of the bottom of the piston, you get an effect. You see what I'm saying? It creates a sonic, magnetic, jammy there.
Jammy?
Right. That zigzags, it sets off a pulse that zigzag bounces between the valves. And then when it's done bouncing between the valves, it shoves the piston down hard. So you don't actually need compression. You're using the waves. And then bam, like that, right? It's crazy, I know.
Can you read that? I can't see it.
Straight Six fan. I love these guys. They do a show. Yeah.
Have you subbed to Straight Six fan?
Go sub to Straight Six fan. Tony, have you ever seen it? And that's bad advice. Straight Six fan lies just as much as I do. Have you ever seen the 4-liter Jeep builds that Newcomer Racing is building? I have not. Doing some crazy stuff. Would you ever do an AMC Straight Six build? If somebody would bring me one, absolutely. I would love to build, but I don't have anything to put one in. But if somebody brought me a Jeep 4-liter and said, let's go to town on this thing, I would definitely get involved. I would steer them wrong and the shit would blow up right as soon as they turn the key. But I would definitely get involved in it.
GTX wants to know, what if you install the block upside down?
That's the next phase. After you've put the pistons in upside down and get the pin up on the top, you want to work with oil control at that point. Mm-hmm. So you would turn the motor upside down and all the oil will gather in the cam valley,
right.
Leave the crankcase, and this is where you don't burn the oil.
Mm-hmm.
Duh, right? Simple stuff. Next. I'm cooking tonight, boy. Jared, I'm looking to pick up a 74 Charger that's in pieces. Any advice for that particular car? 74s. Well, I mean, it's mostly a carryover here from 73, and a lot of stuff interchanges with the 72 and 71 and 72. No body parts. Any advice for that car?
Interior. It has interior problems.
Yeah.
I don't know what color your interior is.
Yeah, some of those like
paying a lot for panels.
Yeah, if you got like a blue or a white interior, forget it. The dye ate those things alive. They become like styrofoam. I can't think of any particular advice. No.
What's that?
Nothing that pertains to those cars
wasn't there
in
a piece
particular.
Of leather stripping that you couldn't get that was really hard to get for those cars? Because we had a 74. We had that one.
It's 73.
No, the red one was a 74, wasn't it? The red one that we had way back.
Oh yeah, but
there's something you couldn't find for it.
But I don't remember. So such a long time ago. Good luck with the car, though.
Neil.
What weight piston return springs do you recommend for a Miles Street 446 pack? Piston return springs, probably about 220 pounds per square inch or thereabouts. Yeah. Slam those things back down. Slam them back down.
Roll up your motor.
Yeah.
Turn it over. Let's see. Jason C.
Uncle Tony, how do you deal with a nosy neighbor who reports certain people for doing burnouts in their Mopar? Here's what you do, right? Go over there, bring him like a cake. Go pick up a cake, right? Bring him a cake, and just say, and when he knocks on the door, right? Just, he'll say, what are you doing? And you'll say, I want to give you a cake, right? And he'll say, why? And then what you do is just stare at him, right? Just come in real close, okay? Just come in real close. And then as you're looking at him, right? Don't look him in the eye. Look at his forehead, right? And just say, I wanted to give you cake. And hand him a cake. And then just turn around and walk away, right? He'll never bother you. He will never bother you again.
Okay. What's up, Unity?
What's happening, brother man?
Are you sub to Unity?
Yeah, well, how we
What do you walk into?
we were talking about the bad advice that I tend to give, and they're just expanding on that, because I mean, if you're going to give bad advice, give really bad advice is what we're talking about here. In marine engines that ran backwards, did they reverse the pistons? Good question. I like that.
Somebody's laughing.
It's not funny.
It's not funny.
We don't do funny things here.
Let's see. Thank you, Steve. He says good camera work. It was
Ultra camera work.
Ultra camera work. Not really. If I had my good camera and I was just filming it, it would have been good camera work. But since we were working off the cell phone and we're streaming, it was kind of bad. Do the best I can with it. Well, people were saying they wanted a live stream, so
we gave them a live stream. Gave the best live stream we could.
It wasn't great, but it was at least something.
Next time you'll have to just come.
Right. Invite the neighbor over to help.
Tracy Chafin, is there an old Ford or Chevy that you would like to build? Just curious. Nothing in particular.
You
but
almost bought a Ford a few months ago.
Yes, right?
You want stupid money for it. Remember?
Natasha's car.
Oh yeah, that one you're gonna work on.
Yeah, we have I don't know the exact timing of this. It'll be in the not too distant future. But I've got a friend, Natasha, and she has a 62 Mercury Montclair. That's like, this thing is like total throwback. It's got like
It's in the video.
It's got radar wheels. It's in the video. Yeah, you can find it.
Yesterday.
But yeah, but they have to watch 3 hours of video to find a minute of this
Sorry.
car. This car is just too cool, right? So it's got a CB radio in it from the 1960s. It's got like a phone handle on it, right? So cool. So it's got a 260 in it, and it smokes, and it leaks oil. So she wants to rebuild the motor. So I'm going to help her rebuild the motor in our shop. So yeah, there's a Ford that I'm absolutely looking forward to working on. SD, so what do you think of the Buick 455 engine for street performance, reliability, and cost effectiveness? Street performance and reliability, they're awesome. They have some oiling system issues that you need to pay very close attention to. Cost effectiveness, I can't really tell you because I haven't built a Buick in ever, right? So I couldn't tell you how cost effective they are compared to other engines. But for a street strip car, something that's going to run like the 13s, the high 12s, like that, Buick is one of the best bangs you're going to get for the buck, I believe.
This sucks tonight.
Oh, no.
No.
Placing the pistons in the wrong direction with the rods right to the crank makes some sense. Yes.
Yes?
Or maybe no.
Maybe no.
I have to read that question again.
Go ahead, read it.
It's the way he worded it in such a way that I need to read it slowly.
Okay.
Depending on placing the pistons in the wrong direction with the rods right to the crank makes some sense. Okay. But did it really suck tonight?
Maybe. Maybe it's sucking.
Oh my God.
It could be. Matt Horn.
All right. Still with the British Racing green paint on your 75 Dodge Duster. It's a 74 Plymouth Duster, but that's okay. Looks great for do-it-yourself paint job. I could paint a car that good.
I think it looks good.
You could definitely. It looks okay. It needs love, but yeah, I'm generally happy with it. It's better than what it was. That's how I look at it. Dan was just on here a little while ago. I answered that question for him.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
I missed it.
Okay.
They're talking to each other.
I'm just sitting here thinking of the next bad thing I can tell people what to do.
Big Bear says you need to stick on the bottom of your clothing.
Just UTG everywhere, right? Every angle. I don't have any stickers in here, otherwise I would do that. Buy your pistons from Australia. They come already flipped. Yes, that's true. We want Miata. It's coming. I'm working on it. One step at a time. I'm done with what I needed to do on the Gambler car. So now tomorrow I'm actually going to rough out the cuts on the firewall and frame in a Miata. So I can't be specific, but I have an idea where I got to go with it. So, Will Sweetster, I'd like to see about a high RPM 289. Bring me a 289 and the parts to put it together, and we'll do a whole thing on this channel. I would love to build a high RPM 289.
There's a lot of stuff that you would like to do, except we don't have anyone handing us parts and motors and things.
And cars and cars. Right, and cash.
Like,
right.
People that don't flip pistons. Let's see.
You gotta understand something, right? Like these. Okay.
People don't realize.
Yeah, I got. You see, okay, you got to understand something, okay? Okay, so let's just say you see one of these, like, let's call them professional, right? Channels, not even channels, shows, right? Yeah. Okay, they get $6,000. Okay, so they get a $6,000 budget for everything that they do, essentially. So an episode is worth like $6,000 to them, right? So they'll get $6,000 and they'll buy a car and they'll drive it and change this, that, and everything. Or they'll get $6,000 and they'll do the motor, trans, whatever it happens to be. Plus they get whatever gets kicked in from the thing. I don't get $6,000 to start a project or to do an episode or anything. Right. I work off of the luck of the YouTube CPM, which changes all the time. So you never know what you're going to make next. And the kindness of strangers, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, we're on our own, So I can't just pull a project out of my ass and make it happen.
Yeah, if we had like a budget for everything that we were doing, it would be completely different.
Right. There's no budget. There's zero budget.
That we have to work with and live on.
Yeah. When I have to buy parts, Kathy can't eat.
Yeah, listen. Or get new glasses. I really can't see. All right. My dad used to say "for crying out loud." Yeah.
I never understood what that.
I say
what that meant. Yeah, I know you do. I just never understood it. Chris Greenaway. We haven't had a Chris Greenaway question yet tonight, and there's usually 40 of them. Chris Greenaway, how are you doing, brother, man? Tony, if you had to have a two-door C-body, what would it be?
Polara?
It's a fuselage Chrysler, like a 69 or a 70 Chrysler. Probably a New Yorker.
Some people are complaining that you won't talk about C-bodies. It's like you're deliberately neglecting them.
There isn't a big C-body contingent out there, and I don't have a lot of C-body stuff.
I think that when you were doing the thing on the Coronet, they wanted you to mention C-bodies.
All right. Well, the reason when I did the thing on the Coronet and I didn't mention C-bodies is because the C-body is different enough. See, like in other words, like if you roll an A-body, a B-body, or an E-body on their side, like we had that car in the rotisserie, there are small differences, but you could see the family resemblance between them, where it's like, okay, this is the same thing from this car to this car to this car. But if you take a C-body and you do that, well, the C-body is unibody. It's a completely different animal when you roll them on their side. So there's no comparison. So it would have added a lot of bulkiness to that video. On the flip side, I do recognize the interest in C-bodies. I do want to do C-body stuff. We're going to do some C-body love. I got a guy with a 65 Sport Fury from Nashville and with a poly head that he built up. So we're actually going to do a walk around feature on that car one day this week, probably Tuesday, Wednesday, one day this week. We talked about it at the show yesterday, and or the meetup yesterday, and he's going to bring it. He's going to bring that car. And I thought I went around the car, looked at it, and I said, "Man, this is just like the perfect example of what the average guy can put together on relatively cheap, in the world of a Mopar." So we're going to do a whole walk around on that car.
Any advice for the Buick 300 ST300 Trans Combo? That's a 65 special deluxe.
I don't have any good advice on that. I'm not familiar enough with it to give you good advice. But if you come back on Wednesday night, we do Wednesday night tech talk with Dallas over at his place, and Dallas is the Buick guru, so he knows. He'll tell you. He'll give you exactly what you need to know there. Oh, Harry Faber.
Wake up.
Oh. My 68 Cuda convertible top has about 1 inch gap above the driver and passenger side windows. Is this because the canvas is dried out and shrunk? Are convertible top kits difficult to install? Well, I couldn't. The canvas doesn't come to the door or to the door glass. The frame comes to the door glass. So if the canvas is shrunk or distorted in some way, that won't cause a gap. Are you sure you have the right windows in that 68 Cuda convertible? Because there's a 1 inch difference between a convertible door glass and a hardtop door glass. So that could be a problem. Without knowing your car and the history of your car, I really can't do any better than that. Roadmaster K, your budget is the same as most of us, so keep things realistic. Exactly. And a lot of people don't get that. They don't understand that.
Crying out loud. Okay, let's see.
It's like we moved into that shop, right, and people are like, "Oh, you got a shop now. You should have this, and you should have that. You should have a lift, and you need this." I had a person connection with Lincoln wanted to hook me up with a deal with Lincoln before we did that video we put out today. It's ironic, right? And I was like, "No, I don't want it because I don't want to deal with Lincoln because I love Lincoln stuff. It's fine, right? But my viewers they don't have a deal with Lincoln. So I'm not going to have a deal with Lincoln. It's, you know what I mean? This channel is about working with what you have within the abilities that, so I have the shop, but the shop is really a studio just to make filming easier, so we can get around the cars and have good lighting and less noise and less interference. She hasn't tripped and fallen yet, right? But we're doing everything we can to always keep this channel within the realm of the everyday person and the things that they can accomplish on their own at their house.
Okay, so Mexican spec needs help. I talked to you about this the other day.
Yes. All right. Can we go out later?
Here you go.
Okay. Thank you. Tony, I can't get my 3-in-3 linkage to switch from the first rod to the second. I need help with this so I can drive it. I assume you neutraled them out, right? So in other words, okay, there's different styles of linkage on the 3-in-3, and I'm not sure which one you've got. But
maybe he'll write back and tell you which one he has.
No, even if you told me specifically, I would have to go into like the service manual of my mind, and it would take forever to find that.
Do you have any linkage?
I don't.
You don't.
I don't. But I will tell you this: very common okay. The whole piece there is made out of cast aluminum, and a lot of times they'll get so sloppy. I had a 62 Savoy, and that was the problem with that. The cast aluminum had just worn to the point that there was no accuracy to the throw anymore. So to go from first to second, you couldn't just, like normally, okay, so if you're driving a 3-in-3 and if it's adjusted correctly, so you're in first gear, you should be able to just push up like this and it'll automatically go into second gear. But with this thing, you actually have to come up, pull forward like this, and then make the move, into second. So there's a good chance if you've tried aligning everything and you can't get the alignment right, it might just be slop in that cast aluminum housing that the shifter rides in.
Did you see this, Tony? Did you see what this says?
Yeah, Uncle Kathy.
Yeah, Uncle Kathy's garage. Somebody got this for me. Don and Wendy English.
Yes.
Awesome. What's your opinion on boring and stroking a 383 to 496? Is it something you would ever consider building?
I mean, I have nothing. It's okay. Would I build it for myself? Probably not. Would I encourage you to build it? Sure. I mean, why not? It works. In my mind, though, there is a diminishing return to cubic inch. And so I would rather keep it. I would rather keep a big block Mopar using production or close to production cylinder heads. I would believe that your outer limits of fully taking advantage of the cubic inch that's there is around 450 inches, right? Which is one of the reasons why that 400 to 440 crank swap is so popular, because it works, right? But at that size, at that 450, you're kind of at the outer limits of what a production or a similar production, like let's say like an Edelbach RPM head or something like that, right? RPM head, whatever they perform at, whatever Edelbach calls their normal aluminum heads for a big block Mopar, you're kind of at the outer limits of what those heads are capable of flowing, of working with. So, of course, if you're going with better heads, if you're going all the way around, you're gonna have the intake, the cylinder heads, and the exhaust to match it, and a cam to work it right effectively. Then yeah, the 456, the 496 is a good combination. Does that make any sense? I hope I hope that wasn't confusing. Sloppy fist one. Uncle Tony, go to school and do gas torch welding.
Go old school.
Oh, go old school. Bro, let me tell you something. Oxyacetylene welding is my thing. I weld everything with it, right?
You do beautiful welds with them.
I do artistic welds.
Yeah.
With the, yeah, I mean, you could ask her. It's like, yeah, I pride myself on my gas welding. I can lay down a bead, an oxyacetylene bead that is indistinguishable from a TIG. And my oxy welds have passed as TIG and HRE chassis certifications. So, and before anybody says, "Oh, you're a hack, you're gas welding chromoly in a top fuel car," no, chromoly tubing is aircraft tubing, and it was specifically formulated to be oxyacetylene welded, and the FAA didn't actually approve of TIG welding chromoly tubing until like the 1990s, late 1980s. Previous to that, if you were building an airframe, it had to be oxyacetylene welded. So, but yeah, the problem is I have one gas company over here. We have air gas here in town, and the prices are just insane. It's not cost effective to do it anymore.
A Mexican Spec says he made a video of the problem on his channel. You can take a look at it.
Oh,
Yeah,
go find his channel. Let's do it now while he's here. Okay. And I'll do this.
Okay, you're gonna do that?
I'll do this.
All right, let me look for it.
All right. Hell yeah, it's a lost art. I know it is. Well, it was a lost art when I developed it too. I got to show you. I can't show you right now, right? But I have a vise that I gas welded to a welding table, right? So I have a vise with a cast iron base that I welded to a steel table. I've still got it. It's in the garage. I did this like 30 years ago, and it's like I melded the cast iron into the and that thing has taken so much abuse, so much beating. The vise is shot. The vise is completely gone, right? It's not worth any, it's not worth using anymore, right? But it's still on that table, like joined forever.
It won't let me search his channel, so I can't find it. It's only letting me do Mexican Spec Ops, Mexican Special Forces.
Well, maybe that's him. Maybe he's
Mexican Spec, and it won't let me click on his name. Ugh. Mexican Spec, send me a link to the video. UncleTony'sGarage@gmail.com. And I'll open my email up right now because it won't let me search you on my phone. I'm sorry. Okay, you got that?
Oh, Chris Greenaway. Tony, why did the Torino sell double the cars compared to the Cyclone? Because the Torino pleased our reptilian overlords, where the Cyclone didn't really. So Ford, not wanting to be, done away with, decided to please them by pushing the Torino and holding back the Cyclone. By the way, for future reference, Chris.
Oh, Mexican Spec Plymouth. Okay, I'll search that.
For future reference, Chris, you can pretty much chalk all of those questions that you have up to pleasing our reptilian overlords, which is why we've done most things.
Here, I found it 3 days ago. Help. It says help.
All right. Here, you keep him busy while I watch his video.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep him busy. Hang on. I can turn the volume up.
Oh, dude, I love your car.
U.S. Fixable is, you can already see at least one difference. I bought this car 7 years ago, and it was in really rough shape.
Yeah, that's rough. That was rough.
I brought it home, and a few friends and I stripped every panel down to bare metal, and sprayed this white primer on it, then sprayed clear on top of that, just to protect the metal.
I got to skip ahead to your problem. I'll watch your whole video later.
Maybe painted its original color, which was a turquoise.
Dude, I love your car.
It worked fine when I parked it 3 years ago, but all of a sudden, it doesn't want to shift from the first rod to the second rod. The car's in neutral right now, and I'm not sure if both rods are supposed to be level or even, and it's just not shifting.
Okay.
Down in the middle is not shifting between the one rod and
Okay, listen.
I can't find any videos on YouTube.
Okay.
Showing me the linkage on Mopar.
Okay, how do you stop this?
Somebody that sees this will be
Okay.
able to point me in the
All right,
direction.
Mexican Spec. All right, stop. Here's what you got, my brother. Okay, here's what you got. All right, I've had this. I've had this happen. Okay, so it worked before, but it doesn't work now. The car sat, and now it doesn't want to spring up into the next. Okay, it corroded inside. Right, you got moisture got in there. Okay, there's the steel push rod. Okay, and the cast aluminum housing, and you've got corrosion built up there, and it's not allowing that free movement. Okay, so I guess I've had this happen. You may have to take the steering wheel off. Yes, you have to take the steering wheel off. Okay, and all you need to do is just get in there with a penetrating fluid. Whatever you're going to use, WD-40, PB Blaster, liquid wrench, doesn't make any difference, right? You gotta get that shaft that runs through the column there, okay. You got to get that lubricated, and then after you run it through the motions like a half a dozen times, it'll free up and it'll be like good as new. I know exactly the problem you have there.
I hope that works.
I know it'll work. Because I've had this, and I love that car. That car is just awesome. That's my favorite kind of driver, man. What you have there is my favorite kind of driver. Project Thunderbird. If anybody likes GM cars or Oldsmobiles, why is it named Project Thunderbird? I have an Instagram for my 69 Oldsmobile Tornado and 66 F85 IG carbureted injection. Why are you called Project Thunderbird? That is the most confusing. But go check it out if you guys are into Oldsmobile. He's got a 69 Tornado, excellent, cool car. High vote change forever, man.
How do you find the merch? Uncle Tony's Garage.
UncleTony'sGarage.com.
There's a store there.
A very good store.
Thank you for being interested
Yes.
in our merch.
Yes.
We appreciate it. You can't find whose channel? Mexican Specs? It's I had to search Mexican Spec Plymouth and it came up. Aw.
Jerry Franks.
That's
My wife just saw a car on the cartoon King of the Hill and asked me if it was a Mopar. Yep.
Car has the moment.
All cartoon cars are Mopars. Boomhauer's got what is that? A Super Bee. Homer had a Roadrunner. Yeah, for some reason, all of the cartoon cars were Chryslers.
Thank you, John Wilbur. Homer has a Mopar. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, 70 Roadrunner.
Married with Children is Dodges, right?
Well, Plymouth Duster, but he calls it a Dodge. Lumpy Bear, Tony, do you know much about the Aussie Hemi? Well, I'll tell you what. I know all of the secrets of the Aussie Hemi. And that's why you'll never hear them come from my lips. Because they're the secrets.
Right.
I know them too well. So let's just leave it at that. It's the only engine you'll never hear me talk about because I know the real secrets.
Cool Jerry Frank says, after seeing the cars at your shop yesterday, she's Mopar inspired. Awesome.
Nice.
Little sweet. If I upload a video of my engine noise, would you help diagnose it? I'm thinking wrist pin noise. Small block Ford.
Go ahead, upload it and then send us the link.
Because you didn't listen, you didn't look at the emails?
We're going to do diagnostic night.
I have plenty of emails for you to look at if you want to. Let's see.
Okay. Benjamin, UT ever work on an air raid siren in the first gen? I've never worked. I've seen them, yeah, but I've never worked on one. That was a common place to find them. I mean, the government had every city had. So the government built a zillion of the damn things, and they're still out there. They pop up. Okay. Right, what do we got here? This thing freeze. I need Kathy to do this because I'm Tom Hughes, Rhodes lifters any good? I mean, they work in theory. All the Rhodes lifter is for those who don't know. The Rhodes lifter is built with slightly larger clearances, so it allows oil to bleed away at low RPM. So if you've got a cam, let's say you got a cam that's a little too big, you would use these Rhodes lifters, and what they would do is they're soft, so they basically calm down the effects of a cam until the oil pressure comes up. When the oil pressure comes up, the lifters pump up, and you get full effect of the camshaft. They work in theory. I've never used them myself. Years and years ago when they first came out, I had a friend of mine with a 3D3. I forget which cam was in it. This is like I was a kid, and he used the Rhodes lifters. And from what I remember from that, it did work. But I haven't used them since.
Can you explain that?
John Weaver, Uncle Tony, could you explain the difference between static compression and dynamic compression? Here's the easiest way. Here's the easiest way to understand that, right? Think of static compression as something that's nothing but numbers. Static compression does not actually exist. Static compression is calculated by, swept area, right? Okay, all right. Dynamic compression is what the engine actually sees, the cylinder pressure that the engine actually sees during its cycle. So just think of it that way. Static compression is completely theoretical. Dynamic compression ratio is the actual number that you get.
Jim Fowler.
Hey, Jim.
76 to 80 Volare front end mounted under a 1955 Ford F100. Anything I should look out for on the front end, rebuild, any good mods, or should I just can it? Great tell, thanks.
That was a popular swap for a long time. The Volare, all of the FMJ bodies, and they were popular swaps. A lot of guys had the Mustang 2 front suspension. That was, and that's good if you want a steering rack. A heavier car, the Aspen or the FMJ, the one that you've got there, was a popular swap because the torsion bars on that thing are attached to the K-frame instead of like a separate cross member. So the torsion bars on that run forward and then cross under like where the radiator would be. So it was a popular unit swap for a long time. And no, there's nothing wrong with them at all. Those are actually really stout front ends. I can't think of anything to look out for or anything to modify. Honestly, they're just great front ends. Give it a rebuild, and call it a day. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Let's talk now.
Okay.
Oh.
You should do some videos on first gen Hemis.
John Wilburn is doing a first gen Hemi right now on his channel. Go sub to John Wilburn's channel, and you will see plenty of first gen Hemi goodness coming very soon on his channel.
How true to size your t-shirts run? Normally a 3X, but cheap shirts run small. I would get the larger size.
Yeah, well, we can stretch it out for you. That's not a problem.
Stretch it?
Yeah, we'll stretch it out. We have professional shirt stretching machines. Yeah, and a little Portuguese guy. And that's all he does. He doesn't speak any English, nothing. I just point, I say stretch. And he takes the shirt and he makes it. So, yeah, no problem. We got you covered.
Here you go.
Robert Reiner does a 440 with 6-pack rods and 413 steel crank.
413?
413. Need a 6-pack harmonic pulley. Wait. Yes. The 413 is balanced exactly the same as the 440 because remember production line balances, right? So you could swap a 413 and a 440 crank back and forth. There's never any issues. Never have to be rebalanced or anything like that. They're both neutral balance. The 6-pack rods are heavier than so use the damper that goes with the rods.
Is that good advice?
That's bad advice. Bad advice. Justin Christoph. Uncle Tony, I'm converting my lean burn slant to HEI. What year engine do I need to source the distributor off of? Oh, wait a minute. Are you putting HEI, are you installing an HEI system on a Slant 6, or are you converting your Slant 6 to electronic ignition, right? Because if you're using a Chrysler electronic ignition, you need to source all your parts from a 1973 or newer Slant 6. Avoid the lean burn one. You don't want the lean burn one. But any non-lean burn, and the way you can tell the difference between a lean burn distributor and a non-lean burn is lean burn doesn't have a vacuum advance canister on the distributor. So you just need any electronic ignition Slant 6 distributor, non-lean burn from 1973 on up.
Gosh, I was saying you also genius level Mopar nerds, man. You have a lot of smart people in here.
I make this stuff up.
Tony makes stuff up. Don't listen to him.
No. What I do is I watch Graveyard Cars and I memorize whatever it is whatever they talk about, and then
I thought you read Wikipedia.
I read Wikipedia. I watch Graveyard Cars, and what else? Oh, there's so many Mopar people that I watch. I watch everything that they do, and I just repeat whatever they say. And you guys think it's coming from me, and yeah, pretty cool.
0.
Yeah, only the worst. Only the worst. Super Connor, what's your advice on the flat tappets with EDM holes in them that are supposed to lube the cam? In an engine like the late Hemi, where cam oiling is a problem because the cam is way away from the splash zone, then yeah, they're a good idea. In any other application, like a conventional V8 type of engine where the camshaft is right there in the crankcase, it's drenched with oil all the time, and adding more oil isn't going to do any good.
Love the graveyard cars comment.
Oh yeah, please. I know everything. I watch everything that they do, and and I copy them.
Yeah. Your body work shows how much you're trying to copy them.
Jared Catron, is the Miata the newest car you've ever owned? No. We've had
brand new cars.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about year wise. What do we have? That
2000 something.
It was 2006 or 2000 something like that.
Yeah.
We've had newer cars. I have no use for them.
John Wilburn sent $2.11.
Thank you, John.
I won't tell him about the teleprompter we use.
Yeah. Listen, I need every advantage I can get.
What is a graveyard car? I don't know.
That's a good question.
Barking Good.
Barking. That's good. I like that name. Barking Good. Tony, what is your opinion on both high volume and high pressure oil pump compared to stock? Overrated. Generally speaking, yes. Average V8. Now, oil engine is a little bit different, okay? But average V8, Mopar, big block, small block, Chevy, big block, small block, Ford, the typical range, AMCs, require at a minimum 7 pounds for every 1,000 RPM. And the reason for that is because the average weight of the big end of the connecting rod, the centrifugal force, as it's spinning, the oil film has to have enough oomph to negate the centrifugal force that's trying to shove the rod into the, and that's why you spin a rod bearing, right? Because what'll happen is you get to, like, let's say 6,000 RPM, right? There's huge, the bottom end of the big end of the rod is putting huge pressure on the journal of the crank, and the oil pressure is there to keep that wedge of oil between the rod and the journal. Okay, so that said, that's why you need X amount of oil pressure. At a minimum, on average, you need 7 pounds of oil pressure for every 1,000 RPM. All right, so do the math. Figure out what that is, and that's what average weight oil, right? So there's so many different variables. A high volume pump is good for a one motor. Let's say you got something that's got 150,000 miles on it. It doesn't really smoke, but it doesn't really have any real oil pressure because it's worn. You know what I'm saying? So it's worn. So a high volume pump in that case is a good idea. High pressure pump, again, see, it depends on the engine. All engines and all combinations will require a different. So it's like I'm giving you a complicated answer to what seems like a simple question, but it's not a simple question. There are so many different factors involved in all of that. And everything I said was bad. Everything I just said, I made up as I was going along, and
No. We're too busy.
We're too busy.
We're way too busy.
We have so many ideas. We have so many things we want to do. Right, this channel literally just eats your life, right? So there's no time for that. Happy in Cycles, I wonder on the Miata how much room you have. Will you likely have to use a new oil pan? No, well, it looks like I'm setting the motor back in the chassis. I'm setting it way back. So no, where I'm going to put the motor, the stock center sump on the regular passenger car oil pan for the slant six fits right into the Miata K-frame perfectly. So no, I won't have to do anything like that. It actually looks like it's going to be a pretty easy swap, to tell you the truth. Chris Ponce, how do you feel about the tuner scene? Does it remind you of the hot rodding times? Yes and no. How do I feel about it? I think it's awesome. Does it remind me of hot rodding times? No, it's its own thing. It's its own scene. The hot rodding times are hot rodding times, and I live the hot rodding times every day. You know what I mean? I don't need to be reminded of it. I live it. But the tuner scene is fantastic. I hang around like I don't hang around. I kind of skirt the periphery of it locally, you know, like when they had a meet over here recently, and I went to. I was checking out some of the cars, and yeah, I love the stuff. And hopefully, as this channel evolves, and we've got the shop space now, we can start incorporating some of that newer stuff and some of the tuner things into the channel. I'm not going to build anything myself, but I'm sure I'll hook up with somebody locally who's into that type of thing that'll come up with some good content, and we'll throw it out there. Mopar Man gives bad advice, wears a Cadillac shirt. Yeah, because I'm actually a Cadillac guy. You know, but you know, it just there isn't enough Cadillac people out there. So, like anything else, you know, I bluff my way through it, and it's like, couldn't you have give me a different shirt or put a piece of tape over the Cadillac part? Because this gives it away.
Oh,
the people know.
I'm sorry.
They're gonna find out. For crying in the sink.
We're going to get a cooking video? No, I don't cook anymore. I'm too busy.
Sean, really, seriously, there's no...
I'm not going to clean the kitchen. This week has been a blur.
We're really... I mean,
we're overloaded.
We're overloaded. I need a daughter.
Only factual info on Wednesdays?
I need a daughter.
No, that's so bad too, right?
What's that? Oh yeah, right. Dallas and I just make shit up. Please. We make stuff up. You have no idea.
Yes, Uncle Crystal. People have been asking where Uncle Crystal is. She's busy.
Yeah.
But she was at the open house yesterday.
She was selling merch. Uncle Crystal handles all of our merch.
For a little while.
Yeah, she did the camera for a bit.
So I had a break.
She's between her real estate and the kids. She's got the two little kids. Yeah, she's busy.
She's a real estate dynamo.
Yeah, she's everything dynamo. The girl's really, I mean, she's too much. But yeah, that's why she hasn't been making any videos lately. And I even brought it up to her the other day.
She hasn't loaded the cart.
She doesn't have time.
She doesn't have time.
She doesn't have time when she is around. She's handling the merch business. Right. They're making shirts. They're doing all kinds of stuff like that.
Print shirts too. Like people don't realize that a lot of our shirts we've got to print.
Yeah.
Sometimes if there's a delay, it's because we've got to print them.
The lower volume shirts, right? The lower volume shirts, they hand print. So that takes time. But yeah, she's got the two kids. She's got a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, and it's like there's just no time. This poor thing is run rampant. She tries though.
Yeah, we all do. We do a terrible job though.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah, but we make it look like we do a good job.
Yeah.
Hmm?
You think so?
All the best grifters do.
Funny. We finally subscribed. Nice. Car Guy's Wife MC. Thank you.
What took you so long?
Thank you.
That's the one that drove us over the top. Remember I said there's going to be one subscriber that's going to just push us over the edge? There it is.
Well, you know, we hit 181 today.
Yeah, that's right.
We're close to 200,000.
We're getting there.
2,000. I'm tired.
We're creeping up there.
Yeah, if you're on here and you're not
Why
subscribed.
are you all the way over
Because
there?
I can't read it from
It's
over there.
disconcerting.
I can't see it.
But there's a blank space where you should be.
I'm here. I'll keep going back and forth.
I'm crushing your head. I'm crushing your head.
Thank you, John. John put up a link to the merch. Thank you, John. Open house must have been fun, but mentally exhausting.
It was a blast.
It was,
Yeah.
It was more physically. I walked a lot.
I walked a lot too. There was no, yeah. I tried to meet everybody who came, and it was like it wasn't easy. It was just like a sea of people, and it's like, but I love it, and yeah, we are eternally grateful to everybody who made that trip yesterday.
Yeah, it was really awesome that you guys came. Uncle Crystal's the daughter you wish you had. Yes.
No, Uncle Crystal is my daughter.
Is.
Don't ever refer to her as my daughter-in-law. She's my daughter. Period. The end.
I can be your first new gen. Let's see. I can be your first new gen Challenger SRT8 series. They blow up with views. Do they?
I don't know, Mike. Are you in the neighborhood?
You gotta be close.
You got to be close. You got to be within like spitting distance of Nashville or preferably Murphy. You got to be south of Nashville before I even consider working with anybody. You got to be in this neighborhood.
So there was somebody that said that he missed talking to you yesterday because I guess you were bombarded.
I was bombarded.
And he has a pickup truck, so he's gonna send. I told him to send us an email because he wanted you to look at it, like maybe in the shop, the way you did the old.
Yeah. Okay.
So. Yeah, if you didn't get to talk to Tony yesterday, you can send me an email and I'll check them. Can you tell us a story? We'll just make up.
Yeah, I just make up stories. I'll make one up later.
Okay. All right.
Okay, what happened to the kitchen engine rebuild? I knew that was coming, and I deserve it. I
keep bringing it up. He's like, I know. I want my kitchen back. Not that I'm cooking.
There's an engine stand in the kitchen. There's a stack of parts in the kitchen.
Yeah,
there's an engine block in front of my fireplace.
In the living room.
Yeah.
He has not moved it.
The block has been sitting in front of the fireplace for 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
For 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I
clean around it.
She cleans around like now the block and the hand truck are part of the living room. Okay. I haven't been here.
The last few weeks have been like a blur.
A blur.
Really hectic.
A blur.
We're both exhausted.
We will get back to it. When am I going to get back to it? Bro, I have no idea. I'm one person. So.
You mean you don't have a team of people?
I don't have a team of people.
Who works on the cars when you're not doing it?
Oh, reptilians.
Almost 200,000 sellouts.
That's what you get.
Guys, we need you to sub and ring the bell. Okay. Oh boy. Do you even remember this? Or you just gonna make it up anyway?
Well, Miss Gay, what is your fastest trap time from back in the day? 202 in the 8th. My car. The top fueler with Bobby driving that. What did we go with that thing? I don't think we ever hit 290 with it. I think we were like in the 280 mile an hour range. I don't think we ever hit 290 with it.
We don't get a lot of people for our lives.
Makes me. We don't advertise them.
Not really.
She puts it up a couple hours in advance, but
only lately.
Most channels with that. Well, I mean, some of them just have huge followings, but most of the middle-sized channels like ours.
Because we get that advice.
Oh yeah, it's true. Most of the middle-sized channels like ours will advertise a couple of days in advance to get the lives. Or but then what happens is you get too many people and you can't talk.
You know what? I think your lives are too technical for a lot of people.
That's possible too.
I think that sometimes people just don't want to think about stuff. They'd rather just chat.
When it goes when it goes over 400 people, you lose this connection. You can't just like, you know what I mean?
You're not in your usual spot. You can't see your mask. You have to move this way.
But you're supposed to be here.
Okay, but I keep sliding back and forth. Okay, so go over there.
So there you go. Well, now they sort of mask.
Do you want me to move the mask?
No.
Okay. Who's the third room in the shop for again? You're gonna do video podcast over there?
We're setting that up as a right. And I'm actually talking with a guy right now about doing a video podcast, unrelated to this channel.
Right. Tell over. I had a guy tell me last week that if I kept up the quality content,
he would consider subscribing.
No, I don't think I could live up to that guy's expectations with my content.
John, you can't. You can't. Nobody can live up to his expectations. He just wants too much, you know.
Oh, Matt Horn sent $5. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
For next meetup in Greek. That's really sweet. Thank you. So what are people's expectations? Because we don't seem to meet them either. We don't seem to meet them either. We get people that yell at us sometimes. Unsubscribe.
Too many commercials. Unsubscribe. I don't know. I always maintain very low expectations.
Me too.
You know, because then you're pleasantly surprised.
Right, exactly. When people are nice to us and send us mugs like this from Don and Wendy.
Yes.
Like, that's like so awesome.
See, like if I don't see somebody for like more than a week, right, I just automatically assume that they're dead. So that this way, when I do see them, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Right.
And if by some chance they did meet, you know, an untimely demise, then it's like, I'm like, okay, you know, I saw it coming.
Yeah.
So, right, I always keep my expectations very low like that.
Yeah, we're surprised that we have subscribers at all, right?
I don't know why we would have subscribers.
What's your video from 2 years ago?
The Fox Body Mustangs in Englishtown. Sent it to my dad who had an 87 Celine, and it brought back so many memories for him by him and his buddy's cars.
That's cool.
Excellent.
That's awesome. Still cooking on you? Let's see. They're talking to each other. Okay. Andrew Button. Where's the third hidden VIN on an E-body? Not the radiator sport. You're going to do a video about that,
yeah, third hidden VIN? Try again, man. There's 30 of them. They're every major component of the unibody has that number stamped into it.
Yeah, so he's going to do a video.
Yeah, we'll do a video on that, the hidden numbers.
And flipping pistons?
No.
You're not going to do a video on it?
No, because I'm so wrong about that.
Just do a video about how wrong you are about it.
People on TV said I'm wrong. Done.
Finished. Let's see. Yeah, Blake. Tony, you're helping me get my house done. I haven't been able to work on my car for quite some time now, and getting to watch you is motivating me to get finished so I can start doing happy things again.
Excellent.
Why doesn't that work for you?
What?
You don't do housework.
I don't do housework. Yeah, I don't do house
That's
things.
why there's still a motor in my living room.
Right.
I can't, Tony.
You want to tell? Well, tell them about what? But I mean,
What?
there's a long history of that.
What? What's the history?
The time we built the Hemi and the.
I know, but there's been a motor, like it's in front of the fireplace.
I know.
Literally, in front of the fireplace.
It stays warm.
Tony, we gotta move it. Tony, here. Bring the engine to your garage. Thank you.
But
You're
it's
not
supposed to.
gonna
We're
do
supposed to be doing it
housework.
in the kitchen.
Right, but you're not. All that stuff is still in the kitchen.
I'll get it done. You gotta understand something, right? I started that project. I started that. People are. I get these people, right? He never finishes anything, right? Okay, look, I finish everything.
He does finish
It happens in time, right? Here's my witness. Right? How many cars have I finished?
a lot.
How many? What's a lot? How many cars have I
You
finished?
work a lot.
Right?
You work all day, every day, physically.
So, no, don't blow the illusion.
Well, no,
People think that I don't work.
Oh, sorry, he doesn't work at all.
I started that project. He's all full of excuses. I started that project before we got the shop.
Right.
So what happened? My whole life turned upside down
Your
the
life
minute.
turned upside down. There's a motor in the kitchen and an engine block in front of the fireplace.
Yeah. So my life turned upside down. Priorities and everything, focus changed. And you got to understand something, right?
Right.
We have to make a video every day, right?
Well, not every day.
Now we do.
For us to make it every day.
Now we do. We have to make a video every day. There's no question about it, right? So and it's got to be a varied, because some people follow this car, some people follow that build, some people follow this type of story. So it has to be a mix of all different types of things. I'm not scatterbrained.
I'm just saying that's what people say.
Yes. So we started the kitchen engine rebuild before the shop came up. Once the shop came up, I had to make all kinds of preparations to get into the shop. Then we got the key to the shop, and I had to move all the shit into the shop and get all of these things going. And in the meantime, right, I have to make videos every day. The YouTube machine has to be fed every day.
Gets mad at you.
Right. Or we're going to lose the shop, right? It's real, okay? So that's why we haven't done. So
moving the motor out of here.
We'll get back to it. We'll get back to the kitchen engine rebuild. But right now, I've got to keep moving forward on the stuff that we're currently working on. So it's hard to fake the work. Yeah. We lie whenever we say that we're working. Like just now, we were lying about all of that stuff, And before I come in here, before we start doing like a live like this, I go out into the yard, okay? And there's the dirt, so I get in all of the dirt in the yard, and I put it all over myself like this, so that I look like, you know what I'm saying?
He has gnomes that tool for work when the cameras are off. Right.
Yes.
That's right. Thank you, Ben. Are you a fan of Warped Perception on YouTube?
I've never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Don't worry about the kitchen engine until you start hanging clothes on it. It's almost there.
It's almost there.
What do you think of rotary engines?
I think they're cool.
Yeah.
I think they're cool.
Lopard then, what's up?
What's happening, Ron? Thank you.
Following Macron's lead in the Grow Fund, thank you. Too much going here to travel down to open house. Sorry I missed it. Maybe next open house if there is one. Enjoyed watching the live.
There will be another one. There will be. I don't know when, right? But we will definitely do another one. We had such a great time. We're definitely going to do more.
It was nice to meet everyone and know that they're normal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're really great people.
Even Florida, man.
They're really great people. Let's see. Sure idea. Big Bear said it. Shop gnomes. Working for you all at night. Okay. What's the most favorite car you've ever built?
Should I tell them the truth about that?
About what?
The shop?
What about the shop?
Okay. The truth is the shop isn't really ours. There's a guy named Stu.
Stu.
Right. He actually owns it.
Uh-huh.
And half the cars in there are stolen.
Right. You say this on YouTube and people are going to believe you. And then they're going to make videos. Half
the cars in there are stolen, right? There's one of them that's actually a paper cutout. Okay? It's actually a paper cutout.
What about all the green screen work we do?
No, there's the green. I don't even talk about the green screen. So yeah, that gold dart, It's not really a car.
Not really there.
It's a paper cutout. But we've got it all strategically placed so that the camera looks in there and it's like, but that's why you'll never see like VIN numbers on our cars or anything, because they're stolen and fake. And the shop actually belongs to a guy named Stu, right? And I give him $30 for a half hour.
Okay, so we can go in there and film.
Yeah, I give him $30 and he's an alcoholic. So I give him a bottle of Mad Dog 2020, and he goes away for a while. We run in there, we shoot the video real quick, and then we get out, and then he comes back and.
Oh,
But just to set the record straight.
Yeah, the live chat's a little behind. It is. Okay.
Yeah. I think this is come clean night.
Most favorite car you've ever built?
Most favorite car I ever built?
Why is Buff whimpering?
My first fuel altered, I think. My T-bucket, my fuel altered.
Yeah.
I think it was my favorite car that I ever built. It wasn't the favorite car I ever owned. It was the favorite car I ever built. Because when I finished that, I stepped back and I was like, oh, I did that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that would be it.
Cave Dave wanted to be at the meet and greet, but life gets in the way.
That's all right.
Pick your brain. We know life gets in the way. Trust us.
There was lots of brain picking yesterday too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did people seem to have fun though? Did they have a good time?
Yeah, and they believed almost everything I told them.
Disappointed, were they?
Oh, I know
they told them they were going to be disappointed.
They were very polite. So they very polite people. I know that they were disappointed. They had to be disappointed. But they never let on.
What's behind that small door in back of it? Oh, that's a bathroom and a
Yeah.
closet. That's where we go when tornadoes come.
That's the tornado room, actually. I tell you, honestly, it's what it is.
Let's see. John Wilbur. I never realized how long it took
To build things. That's why I started building builds on YouTube.
Never thought about it before.
Yeah, because when you're doing it yourself,
Yeah.
right? It's like there's no real time constraints. It's just like you get to it, you get to it. You don't get to it, you don't get to it. But when you're doing YouTube, man, the pressure is on, right? You gotta always stay on top of it. Well, like 70 people come out of the woodwork. What happened to you never finish anything?
For that.
What's that?
Like, we get more grief. I don't know why TV people don't get grief over it, because their projects take forever.
They take years between episodes. They'll be like, you watch like Roadkill, there's gonna be like 2 or 3 years between this episode with this car and then the next episode with that car.
But you working by yourself, they're like, why can't you finish anything? It's crazy.
If you ever want to get bitch slapped in real life, stand in front of me and say you never finish anything, because you will get bitch slapped.
Oh man, I think that they just don't have a perception.
They don't.
They don't.
They don't have a clue. They don't have a clue.
Like if
they
you
watch
asked them to build a project and put it and video it all, then they would understand. But without them doing that, they can't.
You can't comprehend.
Because they're watching these TV shows.
Right. Well, they're watching like, okay, so if they're watching TV shows, like they're watching, they're watching, let's say, Phantom Works, okay, which is actually a great show. The car is in there.
I watch that show.
What's
that?
that?
Was one of the ones that I actually liked.
One of the nice things about Phantom Works, right, is that they would show you the running clock on the car. So they would say, so they do an update on the car and it's like day 25. Right. And then they do another update and it's like day 70. And then they do another update and it's like day 115. And then they do another day and another update and it's like day 310. Okay. So you're actually getting, so okay, the viewer's perception is that this car was brought in, diagnosed, completely torn down, completely rebuilt, painted to show quality condition, and sent out the door in an hour. Okay, that's the perception. But at least on Phantom Works, to their credit, amazingly to their credit, they actually had a running clock on each car. So yeah, it took 2 years to get this done, but in the perception of the person watching it, they're like, "Oh, happened in an hour." Everybody does this in an hour.
Yeah. Thanks, Metal. Do a clean job with the Miata and you'll get more clicks. Don't skimp on suspension with that either.
They have body roll as this. Okay, so here's the plan with the Miata, right? And I talked about this, but I'll talk about it again. The plan with the Miata is just to create a functioning car right now. My only goal is to get that motor and trans in the car, fit it up, wired electrically, get the car to where it starts, runs, and I can just take it for a ride, okay? Just like, that's the goal for this year. It's the only thing I want to accomplish. I'm not going to think, and the body. I really want it to look good. And it's such a small body and it's relatively clean. It'll be an easy thing to do. And I'm itching to paint another car. So it's like I'm kind of using that as an excuse. It's something I really want to do. So I'm going to include that in the initial phase of the car. So it's going together with a stock motor with a 2-barrel. It's going together with automatic. It's going together with just very low. And I'm not even going to think about the suspension. I am going to completely neglect the suspension on this phase of the car. After it's running and we've worked out the basic bugs of the driveline and electrical and whatever else, then we'll upgrade the car. We'll start upgrading things. So at that point, we'll look at the motor. It's going to get converted to a stick. It's going to get a bigger rear end for sure, because I know that little one is doomed. It's going to get suspension work. It'll get all of those things. But first things first, I want to construct and fabricate a running car.
Not you,
Then the gnomes, right, or Stu, right, yeah. But yeah, I'm not going to, in the long term, no, I'm not going to skimp on anything, but it's going to be done in a couple of phases because I'm really anxious to have the car running.
Donna went to English. And he's going to want to come sometime. She doesn't understand what riding in a 440A body for 12 hours will do to a person.
It'll change a man.
Thank you, guys.
It'll change a man.
Thanks so much. You guys have done so much for us already. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Nick.
Let's see. Yeah, 426 Rich, right? Cardboard cutout.
Cardboard cutout.
We don't own any cars. They're not ours.
I have at least 6 cars that run and drive that never move. They're just like lawn ornaments, or that thing's a garage ornament, And eventually we'll get around to, doing stuff with them, but for right now.
I'm not really either. No, he hires me.
She's a call girl. She's an escort.
Funny, Tony.
That's
not nice. Yeah, the chicken did that burnout.
Of course, Trudy did that burnout. Why would they doubt that? Baby, can I get?
I think that's real.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Mopar man. Meet and greet. We're gonna do it again. Wish you could have come too.
Yes, we wish all of you could have been there.
This guy, he's barking good. Silent guys. Who were they? And do they know the old story?
Those were the Antonis brothers, and it was so good to see them.
Yeah, it was awesome.
They're like, in my mind, they're like family. They're just long lost family, right? But yeah, it was great to see them. No, they Paul might be aware of it, but it happened before I met them.
Mike, can you let your younger viewers about Chrysler's left-hand wheel nuts? Oh, can you let them know about it? I watched a couple of young guys try to remove the nuts off an old Mopar. It was hard to watch.
Yeah, I just got the drum brakes for Bottle Rocket. My friend Jim dropped off the drums, and I got to change the studs for the left-hand side because they were trying to take them off and didn't know about the reverse thread, and they snapped the studs. So yeah, it was just a Chrysler. I don't know why they did that. I mean, evidently it was so that if you didn't tighten the lug nuts completely, they wouldn't loosen because of the rotation of the wheel. That's.
Oh, here, Tony. Here's a good one. Hello, GTX.
Tell us what car you drive at your first date with Ultra Kathy. What car was it?
Did you take the mule? Was it the mule?
We took the mule to
the city.
To the city.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a 67 Chevy wagon.
That you borrowed from a gas station.
Well, I didn't really borrow. It was a community car. It was a community car. It was called the Mule. My car was blown up as usual, right? So I took her to for her first date. I took her with the Mule, and to Chinatown, and it had and so help me if I'm lying. Okay, Kathy, okay, it had no floor, like
No.
literally no floor. Like the transmission was right. Yeah, the transmission was there, okay, and the cross member was there to rest your feet on, and the front part of the firewall was there where the pedals were, but that was it. No floor otherwise, and zero brakes. Like when I tell you zero brakes, I mean, I don't mean it had bad brakes. I don't mean it had grabby brakes or fadey brakes. I mean, the brake pedal just hung there like this. It didn't do anything. I don't even think the car had a master cylinder in it. And I picked her up at her house, and the very first thing I did was I was talking to her as I'm driving, and I forgot that the car has no brakes. And we were coming up on a corner, and I ran over a stop sign to stop the car. Yeah. and I drove it from Staten Island, the middle of Staten Island, to Midtown Manhattan, Chinatown. Oh, through Chinatown, and up to Midtown Manhattan for the show. It was a auto car show, whatever it was.
No, we didn't go to the car show the first day.
Oh no?
No.
Okay, wherever it was, I don't know.
Later on.
I don't know. It's all blurred to me.
In the mule.
But so I drove it from Staten Island in traffic, right, into Manhattan, and then back with less than zero brakes. Like I said, the brake pedal on that car, it just sat on the floor. It did nothing. And if you lifted it up, it would just go like this. And that was normal to us back then.
You brought me flowers.
Yeah, I was nice. I was like a freaking gentleman.
Shirt.
I wore a shirt with buttons, which is I only wear them for funerals, really. If you know, and even then, it has to be somebody who like I'm directly related to for me to put a shirt with buttons on for a funeral.
It was very sweet.
Yeah.
Wood and Metal Garage. I've been working on my channel. I had no idea how hard it is. Can't imagine for a channel as large as yours.
And we're not even a big channel.
We're not a big
like we're a small. We're in the tiny range of the bigger channels, right? So yeah, I mean it's a full-time thing and then some. You have people who don't do it really have no idea.
Just the amount of material you need to generate mentally too. Like you have to think
the mental work. See, that's the thing a lot of people don't realize. Right? You see, we shoot very quickly, we edit very quickly. Okay, but so it doesn't take up a lot of time. But
some days it does.
The preparation, some days it does, but the preparation work to get ready to shoot a video and then it's just right. I work on average. I work 18 hours a day. If my eyes are open, I'm working, and it's 100% of it is focused on YouTube.
That's why there's still a motor in the living room. You forget that it's there. You will not finish it, guys. And then he's talking about. All right, here's a question. North Idaho guy.
Hey.
What's your opinion of the 400 Pontiac? Thinking of putting one in the 55 Chevy.
I like that swap. That's a cool swap, and that was a common swap back in the day. 1960s, very early 1970s. Those Pontiac motors found their ways into everything. The 400 Pontiac was a very common swap into stuff like that Chevy truck. I think that's great. I think it's a perfect match. You'll have fun with that.
Todd, what are some of your techniques for building a loose motor?
There's no real technique. When like if I'm gonna have a crank cut for myself, right? I'll send it out and I'll have them add an extra thousandth, right? So cutting it 10-10, I have them cut it 11-11. If I have an engine board, I'll tell them to go between 3 and 5 over. So if it's going to be a 30 over motor, I'll tell them to go 33. That's really it. You know what I mean? It's just you want the only place you don't want loose. You don't want your thrust clearances loose because you don't want the crank walking back and forth a lot. That's a problem. But just during the course of specifying machine work, I'll just add that extra couple of thousand, so 1,000 or 2,000, 3,000 of an inch to whatever I need finished, which is actually a very common thing. People don't realize that. That's the difference between a custom engine and just a regular rebuild. You know, a regular rebuild is all going to be based on your standard sizes. A custom engine is going to have those sizes tailored to the application.
David says, UT and family, solid bad advice. Thank you.
Yes, we give the worst advice, but it's the worst advice. See what I'm saying? I take a lot of pride in that.
Right.
I have to unbutton my pants. Ow. Because I'm a fat piece of shit, I am.
You need to tell the news. Mexican spit. Why is Uncle Crystal still selling real estate? With all the money this channel makes, she should quit.
You would think, right?
You would think.
The channel makes a decent amount of money, but the channel also eats all of that money.
Yeah. We pay for parts.
Yeah.
Like everything. Was anyone disappointed about meeting you as Warren?
I hope so. I hope a few people came away like, what a dick. I can't believe I drove 400 miles to meet this dick. Because I know, like you know, when I have like rare family get-togethers, I know that's what they say. You know, we related to that dick.
Oh man.
Did I give birth to that dick?
Tony.
What?
Stop that. Don and Wendy English is solid. Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. They're the counterbalance. See, we're flakes and charlatans, and grifters, and they're stand-up people.
That's right.
And it's that balance that makes this good.
This channel gonna grow fast. Pays to be likable. Are we likable?
I don't know.
I wonder about that.
I'm not very likable, but I do play a likable character on YouTube.
Thanks, Bean Metal. Let's see. They're talking to each other. Hang on. And I'm way behind.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm way behind.
You better catch up quick.
Catch up.
Slothing off.
I'm sloughing off.
Yes.
Here. Here's Zoe. Manual versus order. Why does a manual always feel to launch harder?
Have you ever driven anything with a trans brake? You know, I mean, if a trans brake auto leaves harder than a stick car does, or as hard as a stick car does. I mean, it's just a mechanical effect as opposed to the cushioning effect of the converter. But I mean, your 60s are going to be the same.
Let's see. I'm trying to catch up here. James May.
Hey, James. Excuse me.
Should I read it with an accent?
Yeah.
Because that's the real James May, right? Congrats on all the metal dashing work. And with FluxCore, UTG, get her done, fellow.
I worked on that car. You have no idea, right? 3 days, like, you know, I 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm there banging metal oh please, 3 solid days of that. But I needed to get it out of the way, right? It was like one of those things where I just, you know, I kept looking at it, kept looking at it. I'm like, okay, if I don't just dive in and get this done. So I took yesterday off because obviously we had the meetup, but for the 3 days prior to that, and even today, this morning, I was there adding those trunk extensions, you know, tying in the wheel houses to the trunk floor and all. And oh man, I'm telling you, I am sore from head to toe from all of the climbing in and out of it and back and forth and up and down and sideways.
You didn't do any of that.
Oh, but wait, I'm making that up. Sorry, I'm making that up.
You don't work on anything.
Yeah, I forgot. I found a couple of immigrants. They were cutting lawns. They were cutting lawns in the neighborhood. And they says, hey guys, you want to make an extra couple of dollars? And I threw them $75. And I says, listen, just go rob some metal. I cut up a couple of trash cans, right? And yeah. And just stick it all in that car. Just beat it all in that car so that it looks like it fits, and I'll make a quick video, right? But yeah.
Cave Dave says, third time asked. Sorry, Cave.
Sorry, Cave Dave.
I have a header bolt in a big blockhead that leaks from the water jacket. Is there anything I can do? Yeah,
you could use a thread sealant on it. You know, I've had good luck with stuff like that with pipe dope. Just get some, you know, just regular pipe dope like they sold at Home Depot, and just put that on the thread, screw it in there, and you'll be good to go.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Monkey Mad 1-2. What do you use to stop body or frame rust? And how bad can rust be before cutting off starting again?
What do I do to stop it? I want to say I do all sorts of elaborate things to stop it, but I don't. I try to keep my cars clean because dirt is really the thing that makes cars rust. I know salt. I know salt. Everybody knows about salt. Okay, but in a non-salt situation, so like I'm in Tennessee, there's really no salt that they use. It's dirt that gathers under the car and inside frame rails and stuff like that actually makes the car rust because that dirt holds moisture against the metal and it doesn't dry up, right? So that's where they rot. So the best thing you could possibly do to keep your car, especially if you daily drive like a classic like we do, the best thing you can do is just when you clean in the car, grab a pressure washer and just get all of those areas, stick it up in the holes in the frame, you know what I mean? And just flush out whatever dirt, whatever gack is built up in there. And that's really, honestly, the best daily the best daily driver rust preventative that you can. When is it too rusty to repair? When you get that Swiss cheesy kind of area. So what I'll do is and I actually do, I have to fix some floorboards on Mrs. Landy. I got to take the seat out, and there's an area on the floor that needs to be fixed. And what I'll do is, I'll cut around the obvious rust. I'll go as far as I have to, right where it looks like I have to. And then what I'll do is I'll take the welder and I'll just hit areas that I think might be. You know what I mean? Just like a test bead. I'll take areas that I think might be thin, and if it vaporizes under and if it vaporizes, got to cut some more. If it holds that weld, then it's fine. Then you can weld new metal to it.
Okay, Zero says, let's vote. New name for the Valiant.
The Slag. I love that. I love that. The Slag. What do you think about that?
And your roller skates. Yeah. Great while filming and editing. Yeah. I can get roller skates in the shop if they found. There's a lot of places to skate.
You could skate in there.
Chris Greenaway.
Oh!
Shifter issues. How to fix the 77 Firebird slapstick. I have no feedback / notches. What's wrong with the shifting mechanism?
I would have to consult the Necronomicon on that. Do we happen to have a copy handy?
No, we don't. We lent it out.
When I get it back, I'll have to consult that. We don't have. Do I have a copy of the Kabbalah here?
No.
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 I spent all of the time learning to read ancient Hebrew, so I can interpret the Kabbalah, and just to answer Chris Greenaway's questions. But we don't have that here either.
Make him feel bad. Can you not answer his question?
I just tried.
All right. I'm sorry, Chris. Tony doesn't know the answer to that. Robert Schreiber. What happened to the duster?
It's in the backyard. It's like if it was daylight, you could actually see it through that window right now.
I'm looking for questions. Anthony Perna.
Excuse me. Tony, I had the rack go on my 98 Mark 8, so we replaced the rack and the pressure hose. It lasted a week and blew the new pressure hose. Could I have a pump issue? Is that why I missed a meet? Oh, that's why you missed a meet. Oh, man, I'm sorry about that. Now, I'd say more likely you got defective hose. Everything is junk. Like, literally, bro, everything is junk these days. Everything just comes apart. I would say throw another hose on it and give it a shot. You should be able to return that one under warranty.
Kreskin knows. Oh, Kreskin.
There was a Mighty Kreskin, no, Amazing Kreskin, yeah.
Ethan, you should do an overall fleet update video. I'm sure people would enjoy that.
Well, I mean, we kind of do that every day.
Yeah, in a way.
In a way.
You should take out the 68 though.
I know.
Like it's kind of, I feel bad that the car just sits in there. Take it out.
If the 73 wasn't dead behind disabled behind it currently.
It's got no brakes. Like,
yeah, I got to work on the 73, and it's just kind of sucked up in front of the garage. We'll get it done.
Before this year is over.
Yes.
All right, that'd be nice. It's the magic 8 ball. It's easy.
I don't believe in a magic 8 ball. Sorry. Sorry, no.
Oh.
That's just pure
Don't
suspicion.
disappear, Chris Greenaway.
No!
Because I need to disappear, but I can't. No, we won't let you disappear. You're awesome. Tony just can't answer that question. Tony's overtired, so when he's overtired, he gets silly. Tony, am I a joke to you? No, Chris.
No! You're an icon of YouTube viewership.
No, we appreciate you and all of your questions.
Yes.
We really do. Uncle needs some sleep. Yeah. We're getting a little punch drunk. Yell at Ultra Kathy again? Why? Who wants to? He wants.
Why do you want me to yell at Ultra Kathy?
I'll cry.
She'll cry. She'll fold. We don't need that.
Let's see. Cameron.
Blew up a brand new power steering hose on one of the XJs. Shit caught on fire and I had a transmission fluid or power steering fluid, same thing. Number five mineral oil, or was it number 3 mineral oil? I don't remember. Luckily, I had a fire extinguisher. Broke right where the rubber and metal is cribbed. Fire made junk. Yep.
Can you read that?
Bankushal. The Carson Small Book geometrical relationship measurements are the same as those found in the ancient Hebrew Saphronic Tree of Life. Yeah. I know that. But that's something we have to keep, amongst ourselves.
Would you tell Chris Greenaway to ask the question?
Well, I mean, yeah. You do know that the G in the Masonic symbolism stands for the geometry of the small block Mopar. A lot of people don't realize that. You don't get until you've actually hit the 66th degree. Is it raining?
It was raining, yeah.
Oh.
So UTG coffee beans. When can I have a cup of Java?
It'll be a while. I'd like to roast coffee again at some point.
Because we got time for that. We don't even cook anymore. Let's talk about torque and horsepower, okay?
Okay, go ahead, Ralph. Talk about it.
You start, Ralph.
Yeah, you start.
Do you want to do a video about torque and horsepower, Tony?
Sure. I mean, but first I have to watch what they do on the TV shows and memorize that, and then I'll.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're talking to one another. Hang on.
Baby.
Yes, honey.
Can I get the tobacco?
Here you go.
Oh, you have one going. Look at you.
Need some sleep from not working. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's that sedentary life.
Now I can't say it.
It's that sedentary lifestyle that I have.
I can't say it now because you're saying it wrong.
Honestly, the most work I get is changing my pants, which I do 6 or 7 times a day. But I do that just so I have that exercise.
Oh my goodness. If he's busy working, he uses his office to roast beans. No. It stinks up the whole place, by the way.
I love the smell though.
But like it clings to
I
everything.
miss the smell. I miss
We have
roasting
merch
coffee.
in
I
there.
really do.
We have t-shirts in there. You can't do that. Let's see. Oh no, Chris Greenaway's talking to Zero. He's pissed off with paint shops.
Oh my God!
Chris,
I hate paint shops, Chris Greenaway.
They're very expensive, aren't they?
The only good paint shop is a dead paint shop.
Hey Tony, I think you're getting delirious from
What?
lack of sleep. Gary, can leaking hydro boost cause a noisy power steering pump?
Yes. In fact, that would be like the only symptom that you would get really before the pedal just doesn't work anymore. But yeah, or the steering doesn't. Yeah.
Let's see. I roast wheat. What meat did we barbecue? We had a plethora of different.
A plethora, right? It was. I can't name it all. It was all.
We had those ribs that Dallas brought.
The short ribs, yeah, the Korean short ribs were great.
Mm-hmm. I didn't actually get any.
I had.
Was it good?
It's delicious.
Oh, I missed it.
That chicken that we stole, I stole chicken to bring it home because it was just too good, and it was like marinated in lime, and I just grabbed the bag of it. He had it in baggies, right? Like marinated to a growing point. So I was like, okay, I'm liberating this, and that's what I had tonight for dinner.
Sausages, hamburgers, hot dogs, all different kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
There was steak there. Somebody brought steak. Let's see. Thoughts on 3D printed? Somebody sent an email. It might be the same person.
Thoughts on 3D printed parts for classic cars. I made a couple for my Toro. Want to branch out? I think it's a great idea.
I didn't get to show it to Tony yet.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. Do you need anything 3D printed?
Oh God, I don't even know. I'd have to think about that.
Okay. The emails I get to, I don't even get to tell Tony about them all the time. Let's see. Oh, Cave Dave. I can build you a kitchen if you get Uncle Tony to help me with my 65 Plymouth. Nice.
Are you close?
Nice.
Are you close?
I need a kitchen. Let's see. Big Red Channel 20 just had a noise hydro boost in the shop. Turned out the pressure line inside plastic liner came loose. Okay. Details on the blue IROC at the meet.
Details. It was a 305. It was a carbureted 305. I think it was low mileage. It was a really nice car.
Yeah, it was
that's
nice.
That's about the only details I can remember. I remember I looked at so many cars yesterday. You have no idea.
Thank you, David Stern. Her kitchen's perfect. Are you nuts? The kitchen's pretty good. It's nice. It's just we need a new floor.
The floor's blown out.
Yeah. I just haven't had time to do that because usually I lay floors down. I'm not doing it anymore. What happened to the kitchen build engine? It's still in the kitchen, and the block is in the living room in front of the fireplace. They're talking amongst themselves.
Okay.
Oh, okay, you're gonna do a video on this car, right?
The Plymouth Fury, the meet and greet, was at a 318 Poly. It wasn't a stroker, but it was a 318 Poly, and we're doing a full video on that car this week. We're going to do a walk around, just because he's like the thing that impressed me about him and the car was that like he's the target audience. He's like the guy who
This is like the first car he did, right?
It was his first car. It's nice enough to be cool. It's not nice enough to like worry about. It's just perfect. So he did the poly motor, and he knows he paid too much for a lot of stuff, and that's all I want to get into too. But yeah, for sure, we're going to do a full walk around and feature on that car. I think it's something that a lot of our viewers can relate to. you know.
Good night, Douglas. What's up, Robert? This Lopez wants to know, where do you get your parts?
I steal them. There's a couple of chain auto parts stores here. They, you know, I know how to get in at night. You know what I mean? Since I know where to keep the stuff, generally, I can jimmy the door open, get in there. You know, with my I have a hat with a light on it, right? I can get in there, get right to the aisle, grab the part I need, and then run out, right? So they haven't caught me yet. I know I got all my surveillance cams all over the place, but they haven't caught me yet. Come and get me. Come and get me, you bastards.
Tony with the English, thank you. You guys are too much. I'm glad you liked your package. I love it.
Yes, thank you very much.
Uncle Crystal. Oh, thank you so much. It's awesome. I'm going to use my cup all the time and show it to Tony and make sure that the logo is facing him every time I drink it. So he knows who's in charge, right? Funny.
Baby, give me the tobacco.
Here. Here you go. Wait, I just saw a question. Here.
Okay.
Nicholas B.
Yes.
The latest studies that you answered already. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
They used the Chrysler transmission with the AMC bell housing.
Big Bear says, please hit the like button. It
Okay.
actually helps our videos if people hit the like button. Even when they hit the I hate you button.
Yeah, hit the down like, and we get the same result.
It helps our analytics. So every time that person waits for us to load a video,
We have one person.
Immediately, they spend their whole life waiting for us to upload a video.
We have one person, okay, who subscribes to our channel. They have to subscribe and they have to get the notifications.
They ring the bell.
Yeah. Because literally as soon as we post a video,
there's a thumbs down.
Yeah, we can't switch fast enough from when you click publish, right?
Yeah.
To when you look at the video. We can't get from publish to the video quick enough to beat the thumbs down. We get a thumbs down. The very first move on any of our videos is a thumbs down.
But he doesn't know he's helping us. It helps our analytics. Anything. Comments, thumbs down, thumbs up, shares, that all help. What are your thoughts on UTG SWAT meet?
It's a possibility.
Now, we don't know who he is. We have no idea. There are a couple people that do, but there's one that's there every time.
We currently have 2 troll channels going. See, so it's you can't make this stuff up.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, we have the honor of having 2 troll channels. That we know of, there might actually be more.
Hi from Finland. What's up? Kim OKK. Let's see.
Oh God, that question always comes up.
What do you think you kept? What do you wish you kept?
The one I say it every time. I had a 72 Roadrunner 404-speed Bear Stripper car. I wish I had kept that car. That thing was just magic. But this is I was talking about 35 years ago.
Moonpro Man says trolls help our channels. They
yes,
do.
Absolutely.
They don't realize it. That's how stupid they are.
Oh yeah, and John Wilburn has a troll channel.
Impersonating you? That's great.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thoughts on turning all Mopars into a lowrider?
I would love to see I think like a mid 60s the slab cars, like a Newport, like a 66 Newport, that kind of thing. That's somebody for some reason comes to mind, or or a Polara of the same era would make a killer lowrider. I would love to see that.
They're asking what the 2 channels are. Don't worry about it. It's funny. Let's see. Yeah, Donnie, when you've been here since Bitch and Burnout. You should do new Burnout.
I got 3 troll channels.
3?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, because there's the one Hemi guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he just did a video. Was it one video on it, right?
No, I think he's done a couple of them.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know.
I got the one Hemi guy.
Yeah.
I got this other guy. This guy's a real piece of work. He's in his like basement. You know what I mean? He does these videos like in the dark in the corner. He's got a big beard going crazy thing. He's got like no fucking teeth in it, and he's got spiders tattooed on the back of his hands. So,
is Uncle Tony's garage available? I'm sure it is.
That would be great. So I got that guy. He makes a video about me literally every single day. Every day he puts out a video about me. And then we got this other one that popped up.
Yeah. Starting all sorts of trouble for no reason or something that's old. Oh my goodness. People have too much time on their hands.
No, they're crazy. People are crazy.
No, they really have. Like, if they were busy, focused on productive work, you don't think about doing stuff like that. Like, it doesn't even enter your mind. It's not even something that you can comprehend.
It's a crazy world. But if you're so inclined to create a troll channel, then please do, because it just adds clicks. It gets us more views. So let's, by all means. I go by the saying, say whatever you want about me. I really don't care. It doesn't matter what you say. Say whatever you want about me. Just make sure you spell my name right.
Great joke, eh?
Trunk will go in his garage. You won the internet for today.
That's awesome.
He won the internet.
Hilarious. Oh man. Here, you could do wait, where is it? Oh, I just lost it. Where'd that comment go? Oh, where'd that comment go? Oh, here, Peter. You could do a 5-liter Mustang how-to channel.
There are a lot of channels that I want to do under the UTG, banner, right? Because I said this before, Uncle Tony's Garage is my personal channel. It's me, my personal channel. But UTG is, a bigger collective. So we're working on other projects to go under the UTG banner. A 5-liter Mustang channel would be a fantastic thing. I need to find the right person to do that channel under our banner. I want to do a Miata channel. But again, I got to find the right person to do that channel. So we have a lot planned. See, that shop.
Chris Greenaway has a question.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, Chris Greenaway.
No, you're not a troll.
No, you're not a troll.
You're crazy? You're not a troll. You're awesome.
Yeah, no, please.
You're awesome. Uncle Polonia's kitchen. Oh, Robert, that's awesome. I've been watching UTG for a long time and never made a live, and I'm happy to make one. That's awesome.
Welcome, Robert.
We're being stupid tonight, so sorry.
Welcome.
Andy says he's a troll.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice. Although trolls don't really know that they're trolls. Like if you call out a troll, if you say, he's a troll, they're like, I'm not a troll, I just...
Hola from Argentina. What's up, Leonardo?
Hola.
Let's see. Are we going to Carlisle?
Not if they got a mask thing.
No, I don't think they're gonna.
I'm not taking a chance.
But did you see what happened in Atco today? People are mad.
No, what happened in Atco?
They were having an event they sold tickets to.
Right.
Oh, the cops came and shut everything down, wouldn't let anybody in. People were like, I want my money back. And
For what?
Atco's like, you'll get a rain check. Because they're like, oh, you're at capacity. So there's people loaded up at gas stations, people stuck all over the place, traveled for hours, couldn't get in.
That's the People's Republic of New Jersey.
Oh, yeah, so it was a mess.
And people wonder why I escaped the Northeast.
Let's see. Ethan, I have a 1948 Toyota Corvette with a 426 V7. Any tips?
Chris Greenaway can give you a lot of tips on that.
Oh, don't.
Chris, jump in there and help Ethan out here.
You're awesome, Chris. We love you. Let's see. I look like Tommy from Harry Potter. What? They're talking to each other. Hang on.
John Wilburn there.
Where? I didn't see it. Okay.
Yeah. Do you think Austin Rogers of Paragon Engines in Baxter, Tennessee knows he's a troll? I want to get that guy on the show, right? If we're not, his old lady was on here trolling us.
I saw it.
Amanda Rogers gets on here telling us how great her old man is, right?
It's so stupid. Why would you do that?
Austin, listen to me. If anybody knows this fucking guy, Austin Rogers of Paragon Engines in Baxter, Tennessee, please come on my show and school me. Your wife says that you can school me. Please get over here and school me anytime, any night. You name it, we'll go on there live and let's do this thing.
But you understand, like, they don't even comment on the lives. Like, they used to comment after the lives were over. Like, they won't, like, actually talk to us.
There's so many ass clowns out there.
So stupid. They talk amongst themselves. But we love you guys. You guys are awesome. Is a Toyota Corvette better than a Chevy Supra? Yeah.
Today, maybe tomorrow, different story.
Oh no, Tony Borg knows him. I'm sorry, Tony.
Tony Borg knows who?
I guess Austin.
Tony Borg, do you know him? Get him on here. I need to do a show with him.
He used to live in Santa Clarita, he says.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. People just like to flap their gums. Don't worry about it.
James Wellhite, 340 valve springs are good for a 500 to a 5. Yeah, absolutely. 550, no problem.
Oh, okay. Showing the person. Wait, where is it? Where'd it go? There it is.
What's the oldest car that you've owned? I had a 39 Plymouth Business Coupe for like a week. Geez, I don't really know.
That's probably it.
That's probably it.
Bodgemeister.
Uh-huh.
Will short tube headers fit my 73 B300 with 360? I can only afford eBay Chinese one.
Probably. I mean, there's no way for me to know that, man. There's no way for me to know.
Yeah, Tony. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, he says a lot of bad things.
Who does?
He says he was talking crap. I know him. He's really quiet. Yeah. Unless someone's using his name. Who knows? People crazy. He gives his number. Let's see. Best sleeper car you've ever seen. Todd.
The landscaping truck at Fountain Avenue was a good one. This thing actually had it was a stake bed landscaping truck, and he would show up with like wheelbarrows and plants and shrubs and shit in the back. A big Chevy motor with a lot of nitrous, and that thing was fast. Probably the best sleeper I think I've ever seen.
JR in West Virginia.
An R-body? No. I've never had one.
That guy's a legend. Who, the sleeper? Chuck? I had
Bruce had an R-body. I like those because I think they were beautiful cars.
Oh, he only works on LSs and tunes them for the shop remotely. Oh, okay.
Really?
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's not really him. Maybe it's somebody else that's
pretending to be him.
It could be somebody pretending to be him, and if that's the case, if that's the case, then he should come on and
Say something.
clear. Yeah, somebody's impersonating me. Because I don't want to. I don't want to. If somebody's on this channel pretending to be somebody else, I want to know about it, right?
Yeah.
So if that's the case, he should come on here and clear the air for sure. But if he is the one that's flapping his gums, he needs to come on here and school me because I need to be taught. Idiot. Fucking idiot.
Whoever it is, don't worry about it.
Well, his wife Amanda says.
Well, that's what, but why?
He could school me. He's going to school me.
Why would she say the name of her husband in business and be a troll when you're doing live with a bunch of people that would buy stuff from their business? Like, that doesn't even make sense.
Okay. Do you inhabit the same space in the world that I do?
I think so.
Okay. Have you seen people do the craziest shit, like the absolute bad shit, most craziest things that make no sense at all?
How does that help your business? Like, you're talking to a bunch of people that
I have no idea.
Would be buying from you.
I have no idea.
Why would you do that? Let's see. He's gonna text him right now. Okay, Tony.
Yeah, definitely. Can we get him on here? We can get him on here.
If he has a camera and a mic.
Yeah, if he has a camera and a mic, we can get him on here right now.
Let's see. Bruce W.
Oh, that would be great. Send me the cash, man. Send me the cash. I'll build a lowrider. I just don't have the. I mean, I'm at total capacity.
Oh, they have 2 Chihuahuas. They're cute.
Excellent.
I love them. I feel your pain though.
We have one, Lily, who you would think was a Chihuahua. She's always yapping, never stops. She's just.
That's right. See, Tom says, don't spend so much time on the haters. We're fans. That's right.
I have fun with it. It's either
don't say fans. Don't say fans.
Yeah, don't say fans. We're your friends, your viewers, right? Don't say fans. I don't like that. I'm uncomfortable with that. But the no, I have fun. I have fun with it. It's not a matter of spending time on the haters. I get a kick out of it. I love this. You gotta understand something. I have been trolled my whole life. My family trolled me. My teachers trolled me. My whole life I've been trolled. So I get a kick out of it. I mean, to me, it means I'm being successful, being effective. When you trigger people, that means that you're being effective. And I have a reputation of going through my life triggering people. So when to me, it's my happy zone. When I see that kind of thing, I know I'm doing the right thing. I know I'm on the right track.
What's the cat's name? DeSoto.
DeSoto.
Tony Borg. We're your only fans. Oh no. Yeah. The sled. Yeah, people come and go. Right. Cat hasn't shown up on live stream for a while. Yeah, well, the door is shut. He's either outside now or sleeping in a box someplace. That's right, Zero. Keyboards make the weak feel strong. Strength of character comes from within. Speak as you would in person or shut up. I agree. Yep. OnlyFans Mo per edition. Jupiter Mustang Mike. I've been called a doozy and I liked it.
Doozy. Duesenberg.
It's DeSoto's middle name, Fireflake.
Fire Dome.
Should be. I am a sailing fan.
Nice. I mean, it's the 21st century. You can identify as anything you want. And what are your pronouns? That what? Ceiling fan. And it'll be completely understood by a pretty big portion of our society.
Can you read that?
Hey, Tony, what do you think the 66 Chrysler 300 two-door will look like a 67 two-door satellite, just bigger? Well, it was because of a Delta-shaped C-pillar. They all had that kind of look in it. That was like a signature Chrysler, Mopar thing.
Big Bear is a cave dweller. My pronoun is attack helicopter.
There you go.
Can't wait. But if you say so, attack helicopter. Oh my goodness. All right. So how do we do this piston side to side flipping thing?
Well, I'm working on a new theory.
We have too much fun.
And hopefully the guys on TV will approve of this, right? Where you actually don't move the pistons, but you take the banks of the block and swap them. You see what I'm saying? You leave the pistons just the way they are, okay? But then you remove the each bank of the and actually put them on upside down on the other side like this, and try that.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Bad tree. What was it like, or how did you handle it the first time someone knew you from your channel or magazine, but you didn't know them?
That's a good question, man.
That's a very good question.
That's a good question. I mean, it happened to me all the time when I was in my 20s because I was doing the magazines, and that was weird. In fact, like I stopped going to the track for a while because, and I remember that was a weird thing for me because I lived at the track, right? And I stopped going for a while, or I wouldn't go as enthusiastically because anytime I would go there, people would be like, "You're a Tony from the magazines, right? You're a Tony DeFeo, right?" And I mean, and I'm always like, I'm honored by that. Obviously, everybody wants the recognition, and I appreciate the recognition, but it's very uncomfortable for me, because I kind of like, I just want to do my own thing. I just want to do my own thing. So I was used to it.
But with the magazines too, there was no back and forth with people like you have now with YouTube.
Yeah,
you would get some mail, some letters in the mail.
I mean, you got to say this happens constantly. The first time it happened with YouTube, we had only started the channel. We were only maybe doing it for like a month or two, and we're going into a Chinese restaurant, and we're walking across the parking lot, and a van pulled. It wasn't a van; it was a Jeep. A Jeep pulls up, and the guy goes, "Uncle Tony's garage," and then he drives away. But it happens like literally every day, where I'm getting coffee, or I'm putting gas in the car, or I stop to get cigarettes, or whatever it happens to be. That always in the supermarket, it happens everywhere, all the time. So.
Yeah, I was driving the Swinger last week.
Yeah.
There's a car going the other way, a truck.
Yeah, Uncle Tony's garage.
No, they screamed, UTG!
UTG.
It was kind of funny because it caught me by surprise. It was cool though. It was cool.
I do like going to things where I'm on. We were at the Buttercup Festival last Sunday. We went to the Buttercup Festival in Nolensville with our granddaughters, and that was a lot of fun. I really loved it. It was great, and I liked it because I was completely anonymous. You know what I mean? There were like 5,000 people there, and nobody knew who I was, and I was like, this is cool. I could just be my dicky self and you know what I mean?
You weren't like that at the Buttercup Festival.
But internally,
At the Buttercup Festival.
Internally, I was like that.
Oh. Thanks, Robert. He says someday I want to try and meet Joel. You have to drive around waving like the Queen. Yeah. T-shirt size. I am not Uncle Tony.
I honestly, I'm always honored by the recognition. Always, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want people to get the wrong idea. It's like, he's a jerk. He doesn't like when people talk to him. No, it's not that like that at all, right? It's not like that at all. I appreciate the recognition. I'm honored. I'm honored by it.
It's nice to know that the work that you're doing, people actually enjoy. That's a really nice feeling.
But I'm one of those people. I live in my head most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll go through the motions of you know what I mean? Like I'm getting gas. I'm just going through the motions of getting gas. I'm thinking about something else. I'm in another place. I'm in my fucking head, right? And so when people recognize you, it kind of takes you out of your head and into the world, and you lose that. It's probably just me. It's probably just the way my head is wired. Just shave and cut your hair.
Yeah. You should shave your head. You shave your head?
Yeah.
No? Let's see. Tree says, had it happen at the Indy Mopar swap meet. It was weird for me, but was awesome to get great input from a random stranger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because sometimes, like, you don't realize, like, because you're in the inside doing it, like, how it's perceived, you know?
Yeah, you don't know if it's good or bad. You know what you're doing. You don't know how you're being perceived. So yeah, it's good to get that validation. It's like, okay, you're on the right track.
Or you're not on the right track.
Or you're not on the right track, exactly.
We appreciate that too. Like, I've seen some comments where people have said something, not in a negative way, but like, it was a criticism, but it was a valuable criticism, which I don't mind at all.
Right.
Do that. Like, give me something valuable to work with. Don't just be like, oh, this is stupid. Say why it's stupid. Give me some thought behind what you're saying. And I'll take that and I'll be like, okay, so I can see it from a different perspective and maybe work on it. But there's times I've seen stuff and been like, oh yeah, I got to think about that. Most of it's like production stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to turn the pistons upside down and make a pressurized oil pan to make a 2-stroke 318. Do you have any idea how to mount the crank? You know what? I'll tell you what. Okay, I can't give you a specific on that, but I'll give you a hint, right? And you figure this one out on your own. Milk duds. Okay, and that's all I'm going to say.
Wendell,
what's happening?
Man's cowboy.
Okay, what's going on, man?
Everyone loved your beard.
Yes.
Had a great time Saturday. Thank you for having everybody up. Nice place. Everyone I met was very nice.
Everybody was great.
You were great, Wendell. And everybody we met was really
Everybody was great.
Thank you so much for coming. It was great to meet you. You need to build a float.
For the next Tennessee parade, wave like a queen. I like that idea.
Oh, goodness. It's funny. We've been on almost 3 hours, Tony.
Oh, man, we got to stop.
Are you tired?
Yeah. Oh, God. I started this tired.
It's true. We're out yesterday, right? But it was fun. It was great to meet everyone. And everybody was so cool.
Really?
Like, they were cooler than we were. They really were. Like, our audience is cooler than we are.
It's the truth. That's the truth. She's not making that up.
Like,
it's true.
The guy that drove here with no back window.
Oh, no, he was Mad Max, man. This guy was maxed out. I don't know who you. I hope you're. I don't know if you're watching it. This guy drove from Louisiana, right? With this murdered out late 70s Ford something. Like it was an LTD.
The pictures on our Facebook page. I looked some pictures.
This thing had no window glass in the back. It had no side windows. It had like it had a roll bar in it, and it had a crash bar on the front, and like this guy was like this guy like, and I told him, I says, if we ever go DEFCON 5, bro, I'm coming for you. We're going together.
Yeah, the people that came were cooler than we are. Thank you, Chuck.
Roll up your windows.
Roll up your windows. So I hope that the stream was okay. It was a little hard. I know that the quality wasn't so great, and I was trying to keep the quality as good as I could, but there's not much I could do except try not to move around too much. But thanks for watching.
I think we need to pull a plug.
You done?
I'm
Tony?
like, I'm done. I can't go no further. I'm all talked up. We talked for like 10 hours straight yesterday. Yeah, I'm shot. And I got a lot of work to do in the morning. I got to get up early and cover a lot of ground. So, our amazing mods.
Thank you, guys.
John, Zero, Fubar, Ari. Oh, I don't think there's Ari. I don't think I saw Fubar tonight.
Yeah, I saw him.
Is he? Well, thank you again as always.
Thank you guys.
Right? These are the patron saints of Uncle Tony's Garage.
You make this so much easier.
Oh, Dan, DD Speed Shop, right? Go, just subscribe. Just go there. Don't even look at his videos. Don't even pay attention. Just go subscribe and ring his bell. Okay. Everybody who came to the what was it we had yesterday? The meetup. Everybody came to the meetup.
You guys are awesome.
You guys really were awesome. Like, thank you.
Better people
right?
than we are.
You're better. Yes, you are better.
We
were not worthy of you, right?
Exactly. Like,
you guys were awesome,
really cool.
right? Everybody who contributed through Super Chat, thank you so much. That's what keeps the wheels turning, keeps us buying parts and moving things forward. And everybody contributed to conversation. And I love these Sunday night things. You guys are awesome, all of you.
And Benjamin C. and Don and Lindy, thank you for your gifts. They're really cool.
Seriously,
really
thank you.
I'm going to use my cup every day and show it to Tony. Uncle Kathy's watch.
So that's it. On that note, we're going to call it quits. Wednesday Tech Talk live. We do that with Dallas. Dallas from the AHRonline.com. You can go there. What? I'm going to try to be on time this week. We'll actually try to start at 7 o'clock. Okay. So Wednesday night Tech Talk live. And of course, every Sunday night, we're here doing this thing.
You're sub to John Milburn, right?
Sub to.
He's working on.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. What else? We need to remember everything.
Our merch, UncleTony'sGarage.com.
Thank you guys for buying so much merch yesterday.
You bought a lot of merch yesterday. Thank you.
That was really, really nice of you, and it really, really helps a lot. You have no idea.
So that's it, right? Get me out of here.
Okay.
Get me out of here. I gotta go.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.